KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Okay, Google, play KOFO on TuneIn.
Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas and the home for Ottawa University Brave Sports, welcomes you to this broadcast of OU Braves Baseball, brought to you by Quality Structures, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kansas State Bank, Ottawa Recreation Commission, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home. OU Braves Baseball on KOFO is also brought to you by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, and Arvest Bank. Now let's go to the field for OU Braves Baseball. Here's KOFO's Casey Weeder.
Hello everyone, and welcome out to Alumni Park on the campus of Ottawa University in Ottawa, Kansas, as we get you set for the NAIA Ball Podcast Series of the Week as the number 13 ranked Ottawa University Braves play host to the 22nd ranked Tabor College Blue Jays, as it is a matchup between the number 1 and number 2 teams in the conference. The Braves with a record of 23-3 in the KCAC, 35-5 overall. They've won 12 in a row. The 22nd ranked Blue Jays come in at 34-9-1, 22-5 in the KCAC. And as we look at those conference standings, Ottawa sitting in first place with a 2-game lead. Braves have 7 conference games remaining. They are being trailed by McPherson at 22-5, and then Tabor at 22-5. After that, it's Friends at 18-9, Oklahoma Wesleyan 13-13, Kansas Wesleyan 13-14, as it is a battle for those final 2 spots as only 6 teams get into the KCAC tournament. But currently, right now, coming into this one, Ottawa with the does not have the tiebreaker over McPherson, as the Bulldogs took that series a couple weeks ago on that walk-off in the 10th inning to win that one 2-1. But Tabor now holds the tiebreak over McPherson after their midweek win on the road against the Bulldogs. So coming into this one, everything to play for, as Ottawa does hold a 2-game lead, but a sweep by Tabor would give them first place and put them in control. We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll take a look a little bit deeper into the matchup this afternoon. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Walt Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. We have only a short time to make arrangements and take care of countless details. We pride ourselves in directing funerals that are flawless. Dingle & Son sets the standard for funeral service.
My name is Darby Whitell. I'm from Ottawa, Kansas. I'm studying biology, and I'm a freshman at Ottawa University. I didn't expect how involved I would feel coming here. It's almost kind of like its own community. I'm very close with my family, like my parents, my brothers, my grandparents, like they're all my big support systems, and they can come see my sporting events. Coming here was one of the best decisions I could have made.
The right decision for you is Ottawa University. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
Welcome back to Alumni Park, as we're just a few minutes away from getting this series started. It'll be a doubleheader today, a 9-inning game in Game 1 and a 7-inning game in Game 2, followed up by a single 9-inning game tomorrow afternoon, starting at noon, which we are expecting bad weather for tomorrow, so hopefully we can get that Game 3 in. If not, we can push that to Sunday or Monday before Ottawa has to go travel to Leavenworth on Tuesday to take on St. Mary, and they'll finish up with a series on the road at Sterling College. And as we look at the starting pitchers, one of the things I was interested to see is if Tabor would send out Austin Seidel for Game 1 or Game 2, they are going to go with Mike Selleck, the right-handed pitcher, who is 8-1 on the year, a 5.05 ERA out of Madero Ranchos, California. He goes 6'1", 220, has gone 62 and a third innings pitched, an 8.23 strikeout per 9, has given up 8 home runs, 57 strikeouts, and 27 walks. The Braves will send their one in Stephen Norrell, the 6'4 senior out of Keller, Texas. He is 7-1 on the year, a 2.54 ERA, 81 strikeouts to 18 walks, 71 innings pitched, 10.27 strikeouts per 9, and has given up 6 home runs. Norrell, who had a heroic performance in the KCAC tournament a year ago against the Blue Jays, as Ottawa was the 5 seed going into that tournament. They ended up walking their way through that as they won 4 straight to get to the NAI National Tournament. In that game, Norrell, 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, just 1 walk, 15 strikeouts on 142 pitches, as Gabe Eckstein was able to give Ottawa the lead in the 7th on a 2 RBI double, as Ottawa won that game 4-2. As this is the first trip that Tabor has made to Ottawa in since 2016, as they did not play here in 2017 or 18 before, and then in 2019 they were able to actually come back here to Ottawa on April 1st and April 3rd. Braves won 2 out of 3 there, and then they did not play in 2020, but they did play a year ago, as they played that one in Hillsborough, as Ottawa won game 1 16-12, and then Tabor won game 2 10-1, and then an 8-7 win for Ottawa in game 3 before they met up again in the KCAC tournament. So many storylines coming into this one, as Ottawa was really the team that kept Tabor from getting to the NAI National Tournament a year ago. Tabor has been the runner-up 2 of the last 3 seasons. Last year were the 2 seed going into that, as the KCAC was looking at getting at least 3 teams into the national tournament. Unfortunately for the Blue Jays, they ended up losing to OU and then to Bethany in back-to-back games, and were really the first team out of the national tournament, so they want to get a little revenge in this series. For Ottawa, really the first meaningful home series since 2010. That was the last time Ottawa won a regular season conference title. Last year was the first time the Braves had won a postseason title since 1994. So a lot of things on the line. Experience. You've got head coach Mark Standiford in his 14th season. He played at Wichita State. He has led this Tabor ball club to the World Series twice in 2014 and 15. They have won 5 KCAC regular season championships and have gone to the postseason 7 times, as he was a tremendous player at Wichita State. 69 home runs, still holds the all-time team record, as he led the Shockers in runs, doubles, RBIs, and set the single season home run record with 28, and as he led the Wichita State Shockers in 1998 to the College World Series. Braves are coached by Gabe Grinder, who graduated from Southeastern University. He earned the Southeastern Coach Award in 2011, was named the 2008 NYCBL All-Star Team. He played in the summer of 2009 and 2010 for the Harrisonburg Turks in the Valley League. During his time here at Ottawa, Grinder in his 4th season is 109-58 with a record of 60-40 in the KCAC. During his time, he's coached 1 All-American, 10 All-KCAC performers, and 1 KCAC Freshman of the Year, as Ottawa making that return back to the national tournament a year ago. We're going to go and wrap up our pregame coverage, as we're just moments away from the national anthem, and then first pitch between number 13 Ottawa and number 22 Tabor. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital.
Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Napa know-how. At Napa, we've got more ways to keep you mobile with huge deals on Mobile One motor oil. Right now, get a 5-quart bottle of Mobile One synthetic motor oil for just $29.95. Or get $5 back when you buy a 5-quart bottle of any Mobile One motor oil and a Napa Platinum filter. So wherever you're going and whatever you're driving, Napa helps you stay mobile.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sales price not available in some states. Offer ends 4/30/2022.
That's the sound of your KFC chicken sandwich order. That's what happens next. Your chicken is Kentucky Fried Order. And that's the sound of your chicken being put on a brioche bun. Brioche buns don't make a lot of noise. Then we add sauce and pickles and serve your sandwich to you piping hot. Order the KFC chicken sandwich. It's Kentucky Fried to order on the KFC app or at KFC.com. At participating locations, prices may vary.
Back here at Alumni Park as we get you set for Ottawa Braves baseball action. Ottawa about to take the field. They will be in the all-black jerseys with the white pinstripes, numbers in white outlined in gold. Ottawa across the chest in white, also outlined in gold with the black hats with the arrowhead on it. For Tabor, gray jerseys, gray pants, as we wait to see what's written across the chest. I believe, yes, it is Blue Jays, as they will have the blue helmets and the blue hats with the Tabor College logo on it. As we mentioned in pregame, it's going to be Stephen Norrell, the senior out of Keller, Texas, as he is 7-1 on the year, making his 11th appearance. This is 11th start of the season, as he's gone 71 innings, 81 strikeouts to 18 walks, as we are going to look at that Tabor College lineup, as leading it off will be number 2, Leo Aguilar. Will be followed up by number 8, Kelsey Weems. It'll be number 45. It'll be Cody Moore. Number 37 will be Miguel Ramos. Number 29 will be Tanyan Schaefer. And then it'll be number 12, Cole Hijaz, followed up by number 1, Victor Sanchez, followed up by number 32, Rodolfo Vasquez, and then finishing off will be number 4, Joey Witkowski. For Ottawa defensively, in left will be Connor Jeffers. In center will be Tyler Farnham. Out in right will be Luis De Leon. At third for the Braves, Logan Zazaya. At short, Carson Johnson and Jonah Weisner at second, and Hollenbone at first, and then Nicholas Sizemore behind the plate as he will catch for Norrell. The weather currently 79 degrees, feels like it's in the lower 80s. The question will be how much we can keep our equipment on the ground today, as we're looking at 26-mile-per-hour winds. Out of the south, we are in a wind advisory here in Franklin County, 35-mile-per-hour gusts. So the wind looking right now, as you look at the flagpole in left field, blowing straight out down the line. And that is a little bit of an east wind coming through as well from the south. If it does move directly from the south, it'll push it to left center. And digging in first for the Blue Jays is going to be number 2, Leo Aguilar, as we are ready to go in the NAI Ball Podcast Series of the Week. And it starts out with a fastball from Norrell for a strike. And these are video game numbers for the Blue Jays. Aguilar hitting .342, 16 home runs, 49 runs batted in. And he's going to hit this one to third on one hop to Zazaya. He'll slide over to his left, makes the throw for out number 1. On the ground outs from Aguilar. I'm Casey Weeder with you. We'll be joined by Blake Griffin here in just about an hour, as they are currently filming Otter Talk. If you haven't checked that out, Brave Nation, go to YouTube, type in Otter Talk. Blake does a great job on running you through a recap of all Ottawa University athletics throughout the week, and then some good interviews with coaches as well. Batting second will be number 8, Kelsey Weems Jr., a 6'3 senior out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and he takes a changeup for a ball in the count at 1-0. Weems averaged at .323, 12 home runs, and 53 RBI. 1-0 delivery is a breaking ball in there for a strike from Norrell. It's even at 1-1. One down in the top of the first. The Blue Jays at the plate. 1-1 delivery is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, well framed by Sizemore, in the count to 1-2. Blue Jays at 34-9-1, and they are 22-5 in conference. 1-2 pitch, a fastball that misses a little low, in the count to 2-2 on the right-handed hitting Weems. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball hit right back to Norrell. Hops up high to get it. Goes over the back of the mound. Makes the throw to Bone in time, as that one goes 1-3 on the ground out. And Norrell with a nice athletic move to go up and get it. It would have been a tough play for either Weisner or Johnson to run up on that one, as Weems with decent speed. Batting third for the Blue Jays will be number 45, Cody Moore, the 6'2 sophomore out of Midlothian, Texas. He's a transfer from Murray State College, and he looks at a fastball outside, another right-hander for the Jays. 1-0 delivery, a breaking ball that check swing. Did he go around? He did. Didn't have to appeal down to first in the count to 1-1. It's kind of this Blue Jay team hitting .360. That's third in the nation. 1-1 pitch, hit hard to short. That'll be a base hit as it gets by Johnson. That one roped out to left. And the Blue Jays get a 2-out single. Moore has been hot coming into this one. His average up over, that one's got to put him close to 400 now. Cleanup hitter for the Blue Jays is number 37, Miguel Ramos. 6-foot junior out of Wichita, transfer from Garden City Community College. Runner at first for the Blue Jays with 1 out, and swinging strike from Ramos on a fastball out of the zone. Count at 0-1. Blue Jays have a 450 OBP, that's 5th in the country, and have 92 home runs, that's 1st in the nation. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball that kind of gets away from Norrell. Sizemore able to keep it in front of him though, and it counts 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 down, top of the first inning. Runner at first for Tabor. 1-1 pitch, hit hard to right. That ball's driven back, going back to the wall. It's going to bounce once, and Moore is going to turn for third. They're going to hold him at third, as it's going to be a double for Ramos. So all of this being done with 2 outs for Tabor as they get runners in scoring position for the first time this afternoon. Also 2nd in the country in doubles. That's their 123rd on the year. Those that haven't been to Alumni Park, the dimensions in left is 315, left center 360 to straightaway center 390, right center 360, and right field 315. Moore stands on third. Ramos at second with the 2-out double, as Norrell retired the first 2 Blue Jay hitters in the inning on 3 pitches, both ground outs. Breaking ball misses outside as he faces his first lefty. That'll be number 29, Tanyan Schaefer, 6'5", senior out of Topeka. He's a transfer from Butler Community College. One ball, no strikes. Swinging strike from Schaefer, and the count evens at 1-1. Schaefer hitting .384, 14 home runs, has driven in 53. Some of these numbers you're not going to get on MLB The Show. 1-1 delivery, swinging strike. They're going to throw down to third to try and pick off Moore, but he's back in time. And a count at 1-2 is Norrell able to jump ahead in the count on Schaefer. Blue Jays average almost 12 hits a game and almost 11 runs. This one's going to be lifted to left. That one's going to drive the left fielder back, and that ball is gone as it rides into the left field parking lot as Tabor's going to take a 3-0 lead in the top of the first inning on a 3-run home run from Tanyan Schaefer. And again, we mentioned it in pregame, the wind really blowing hard, looking at 35-mile-an-hour gusts all day with that wind advisory, and Schaefer connects on his 15th home run of the year. He goes the other way with it. And it's 3-0 Tabor, top of the first. And first pitch to Cole Highjazz is a fastball low. One-0 delivery, a breaking ball that Highjazz out in front of. Count evens at 1-1. Highjazz hitting .413. It's his 26th game of the year. He's a home run and 10 RBI. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball in there. First strike from Norrell, and the count at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the first. Breaking ball that Highjazz strikes out of the zone, but Tabor does the damage in the first. They lead it 3-0 as the Braves are coming to the plate in the bottom half. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, we're helping you knock out your bucket list. Because when you buy a Napa bucket for $4.99 and toss 3 or more items inside, you'll save 20% on your bucket full. So So whether your bucket list includes restoring a classic, visiting every state, or saving money on the things to get you there, Napa's got your back and your bucket. Turn your shopping list into a bucket list at Napa.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, not valid on sale items. Other exclusions apply. Offer ends 4/30/2022.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Our desire is to provide the very best in funeral service. Our commitment has helped us reach that goal. We will always strive to reach higher. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
Tabor gets a 3-run home run from Tanyan Schaefer in the top of the first inning after Norella retired the first 2 hitters on just 3 pitches, a couple ground outs to start the game. And Tanyan Schaefer, after a single from Cody Moore, and then it ended up with a double from Ramos to right field. And Schaefer goes the other way, rides that win out to left, and gets the 3-run homer. Starting for the Blue Jays is going to be number 31, Mike Selleck, a 6'1 junior, 220-pound righty out of Madero Ranchos, California, as he has a 5.05 ERA, hard-throwing righty. 62 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts to 27 walks. As we look back at the top of the first, that's just the 7th home run Steven Norella has given up on the year. And leading it off for the Braves is going to be the reigning KCAC Player of the Week, Jonah Weisner. As Weisner last week hit .571, scored 6 runs, had a home run, a double, 7 RBIs, 4 walks with an .857 slugging percentage during the sweep of Bethany and then that midweek game against Avila, as Ottawa trying to bounce back after gave up 3 in the top of the inning. First pitch to Weisner, high with a fastball from Selleck, and the count at 1-0. Jonah, the 5'10 junior out of Mission, British Columbia, transfer from Alwyn Community College. 1-0 pitch. It's going to be lifted to left. That ball is pretty well hit. It's tracking. Back to the track, back to the wall. It's gone. And a solo shot for Jonah Weisner. And Ottawa's on the scoreboard in the bottom of the first. Another lefty going the opposite way. And in left, Vasquez played it like it was a lazy fly ball, and it carries out. And the Braves bounce back, and they get on the scoreboard. They trail 3-1 in the bottom of the first. Weisner connecting for his 13th home run of the year. That'll bring up number 3, Tyler Farnham, the 6'2 sophomore from Santa Clara, California. Farnham hitting .318. He's driven in 24. And he takes fastball outside from Selleck. That's the 9th home run Selleck has given up. 1-0 pitch from Selleck, a breaking ball that's going to catch the lower part of the zone. Count at 1-1. One ball, one strike. Delivery from Selleck, another fastball. This one's going to be hit to right. Is that going to get in the gap? It is. Turning for second is Farnham. He's going to make a big turn at second. Is he going to dig for third? He is. And he's going to have a stand-up triple. After the solo shot from Weisner. Stand-up triple to right center from Tyler Farnham. His second triple of the season. That brings up Holland Bone. 6'4 senior from Pike Road, Alabama. Bone up to a .460 average. First pitch to him, a breaking ball that's outside, and the count at 1-0. Bone has 20 home runs and has driven in 54. His slugging percentage is .968. .1-0 pitch to Bone is going to be hit to the left side of the infield. Braves are going to send the runner home. The throw is low. It does get Bone at first, but Ottawa scores the run as they get within one. The score now 3-2 in favor of the Blue Jays. So an RBI for Bone on the ground out. Ottawa, who gave up the 3-run home run in the top of the inning, had bounced back with 2. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Connor Jeffers. Pitch outside. Jeffers, a 5'10 junior from Burlington. Played 2 years at Southeastern Oklahoma State. First pitch to him is outside. 1-0 from Selleck, right down the middle with a fastball, and the count evens at 1-1. Jeffers is his average up to 336, 9 home runs and 32 RBI. 1-1 pitch, fastball that's going to get right at the belt, and the count at 1-2. One-two pitch to Jeffers outside. Count evens at 2-2. 1 down in the bottom of the first as Tabor scored 3 in the top on a 3-run home run. Ottawa came back with a solo shot, a triple by Farnham, and an RBI ground out from Bone. 2-2 pitch from Selleck, a breaking ball that Jeffers fouls back to the netting. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jeffers with Sizemore on deck. The cloud starting to increase a little bit. 2-2 delivery, fastball, breaking ball. It's going to be hit softly to third. It's going to be a tough play at third, and juggling it at third base is Ramos. And getting to first base is Jeffers. We'll wait to see how that one is scored. We're going to call it a single as it was softly hit, and playing back on the infield was Ramos. Infield single for Jeffers. Third hit of the inning for Ottawa. Brings up Nicholas Sizemore, the catcher, a 5'10 junior out of Pryor, Oklahoma, by way of Eastern Oklahoma State. Short lead over at first for Jeffers. Fastball high from Selleck, and the count at 1-0. Sizemore hitting .306. Does have 5 home runs and 37 RBI. That wind now pushing more out to left center. 1-0 pitch. This one smoked to left, but foul. He got all of that one as it lands over by the tennis courts. Loud strike there from Nicholas Sizemore. Rays with the runner on first. They scored 2 in the inning. They trail 3-2. Bottom of the first. One pitch, breaking ball outside, and the count to 2-1, excuse me. Freshman Carson Johnson on deck for the Braves. Long look from Selleck, and he'll deliver. It's inside, and the count to 3-1. Selleck had a long look over at first. Jeffers not making any attempt to get out in front with that lead. He's 12 for 17 on the bags on the season. 3-1 pitch, fastball that was out of the zone that Sizemore couldn't lay off of. It was up in the eyes, and he swings past one. It's 3-2. Selleck looking for his first strikeout. Three balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 down. Runner going. This one's going to be hit to the shortstop. It gets by him. The runner's going to take third, and Ottawa's going to have runners at the corners with 1 down. Hit and run on from OU works out. And Sizemore with the single. As always, the third base coach for Ottawa, Josh Larinaga, and Rob Sagi over at first for the Braves. Ottawa also has Jake Gall as the assistant, Austin Swift, the GA, and Merrick Brown as the student assistant. Brings up Carson Johnson, the freshman from Carl Junction, Missouri, who has really risen up for this team. And they are going to have a courtesy runner for Sizemore. Johnson hitting .366, 4 home runs, 33 RBI for the freshman. He takes breaking ball for a strike from Selleck. It's his 33rd game of the year. What a gift that Coach Grinder has had out of the true freshman this year to come in and had to play it short. Runners at the corners for OU, 1 down. 0-1 delivery, going to be lifted foul off the netting. He's behind it 0-2. Selleck went to the breaking ball. Now Johnson will have to protect, down 0-2. Braves with 4 hits in the inning, a home run, a triple, and 2 singles. Trying to match the 3 runs that Tabor put up in the top of the first. So OU trails 3-2. 0-2 pitch, and it just getting a piece is Johnson to get it back to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners at the corners. Jeffers at third. Courtesy runner over at first for OU. Johnson at the plate, and he's going to swing at one well out of the zone for strike 3. Big out there for Selleck. It will be up to Luis De Leon, 6-foot sophomore from Greeley, Colorado, to try and deliver for the Braves. Left-handed hitting, De Leon hitting .292, a home run, and 21 runs batted in. This is the second lefty that Selleck has seen. The first one was Wisner. Breaking ball for a strike from Selleck as Wisner jumped on the first pitch that he saw in his at-bat and put it over the fence in left field. Oh, 1 pitch, runner going, and they're not going to throw down. They're just going to let, I think that's Brad Grant. Yes, it is. The courtesy runner takes second. So runners at second and third for OU. Out evens at 1-1. Single would potentially score 2 for OU right here. 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball that De Leon just misses, was sitting on it and just a little early. Selleck ahead at 1-2. Grant swipes his 4th bag of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the first inning. Braves trailing 3-2. 1-2 pitch is low, and good block behind the plate from Aguilar. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the Braves. Two-two pitch. Fastball is going to strike him out, looking to end the inning, but Ottawa able to respond after giving up 3 in the top half with 2. Our score going to the second inning. Tabor 3, Ottawa 2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
You know your closet well, but what does it sound like? Yes, your closet. Does it whisper your taste? Does it scream your taste? Stitch Fix gets to know your unique style and fit. Its selection transforms to show you only the looks and trends you'll love. With a shopping experience that evolves alongside your taste, your closet will scream so you without actually screaming. Stitch Fix for women and men. We're so you.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Exciting first inning as Tabor struck for 3, Ottawa struck for 2. As we go to the top of the second, Blue Jays leading by 1. Due up is 7, 8, and 9, Sanchez, Vasquez, and Witkowski. As Norrell in the, take a look here, in that first inning through 21 pitches. Right-handed hitting Sanchez. First pitch from Norell, a breaking ball for a strike as he goes back to the slider. Sanchez, a 6'1" sophomore from Vega Alta, Puerto Rico, transfer from Highland Community College. 0-1 from Norell as he works entirely out of the stretch. And that pitch gets away as it's low and outside, and the count evens at 1-1. Sanchez hitting .399, 7 home runs, 48 runs batted in. Open stance from that right side. He's going to chop one foul towards the Ottawa dugout. Count at 1-2. Blue Jays have 221 extra base hits this season, easily leading the country. 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball just outside is good frame job there from Sizemore. Sanchez lets that one go by. The count evens at 2-2. Two from Norell, another breaking ball outside, and the count goes full. Top of the second, Blue Jays at the plate, leading by 1, 3-2. 3-2 delivery fastball just off the end of the bat from Sanchez. Great crowd on hand. Expected to grow as the day goes on. So we do have a doubleheader. Game 1 will be on KOFO. Game 2 will be on OttawaBraves.com and the KCAC network. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball that he does get Sanchez to go after, and Norell has his second strikeout for out number 1 in the second inning. There's number 32, Rodolfo Vasquez, a 5'10" senior out of Tulare, California. Played at College of Sequoia. Also righty with that wide open stance, and he takes fastball for a strike from Norell. Put it this way, anything in the air today is going to have a really good chance. Norell goes back to the slider, and it drops right in at the belt for strike 2. Oh, 2 delivery, another breaking ball that this one misses outside from Steven. Norell not one to mess around when he's on the mound. 1-2 pitch, fastball, just outside. Count evens at 2-2 as Norell thought he had his second strikeout of the inning. Two pitch is low and the count goes full. That was one thing, listening to an interview with Mark Stanford last week where talked about trying to do everything they can to get to the Ottawa bullpen, so they will be very selective at the plate today. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball that looked like it was a check swing. Did he go around? No. So ball 4 issued and a 1-out walk for Tabor. And Grinder's going to come out and talk to his senior pitcher, Steven Norell. I want to make sure we recognize the NAI Ball podcast. That is available on Google, Apple, any platform where there is podcast opportunities. They're now up to 30,000 followers on Twitter. And definitely the foremost authority on NAI baseball. I want to thank Rob Gutierrez and Cody Butler, along with Connor Darnell, who's helped us get those graphics on the broadcast today. Second time Ottawa's been featured as the NAI Ball podcast series of the week. It was the matchup against McPherson just a few weeks ago out in McPherson. Great series. Ottawa dropped game 1, then won game 2, and a close contest in game 3 that went to extras that went the way of the Bulldogs. We'll break that huddle, but make sure you go and download that podcast. Do a recap each week, top players of the week, pitchers, hitters, team of the week. No better place to tune in and get your NAI baseball information. Brings up Witkowski for the Blue Jays, and the first pitch to him is a fastball for a strike from Norell. Joey Witkowski, a 6'1" senior out of San Diego, California. Transfer from Southwestern Community College. A runner at first for the Blue Jays and 1 down. 0-1 delivery. Witkowski is hit off the end of the bat, down the third base line and foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Vasquez at first after he drew a 1-out walk. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball that, just catches a little bit of the bat. Witkowski was definitely fooled, able to keep the hands inside though, and earn another pitch as that one's fouled back. Witkowski chokes up from the left side, digs in, 0-2 pitch, strikes out swinging for out number 2. Darrell picks up his 3rd K. We'll go back to the top of the Tabor lineup with Aguilar. Rounded out to 3rd back in the first inning. That was a 25-minute first inning. You've got to play at least 16 innings. That is going to make for a long day, but 2 of the top teams in the country going at it here in Ottawa. First pitch to Aguilar, a strike with a fastball from Norrell. Tabor actually led 2-0 in that KCAC tournament a year ago, and Ottawa scored 4 in the 7th. Norrell back to the fastball for a strike. It's 0-2. Short lead over at first for Vasquez. Leo Aguilar at the plate. Leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays. 0-2 pitch, fastball high and inside. A count to 1-2. It's slipped out of the hand of Norrell. Not a lot of leadoff hitters out there with 16 homers and 49 runs batted in. The top catchers in the country. 1-2 pitch, fastball strikes out swinging is 3 Ks for Norrell in the top of the second. Braves come to the plate, trailing by 1 in the bottom half. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, we've got more ways to keep you mobile with huge deals on Mobil 1 motor oil. Right now, get a 5-quart bottle of Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil for just $29.95. Or get $5 back when you buy a 5-quart bottle of any Mobil 1 motor oil and a Napa Platinum filter. So wherever you're going and whatever you're driving, Napa helps you stay mobile.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sales price not available in some states. Offer ends 4/30/2022.
You know your closet well, but what does it sound like? Yes, your closet. Does it whisper your taste? Does it scream your taste? Stitch Fix gets to know your unique style and fit. Its selection transforms to show you only the looks and trends you'll love. With a shopping experience that evolves alongside your taste, your closet will scream so you without actually screaming. Stitch Fix for women and men. We're so you.
3-2, the lead for Tabor. Braves coming to the plate is Norrell able to work around that 1-out walk. Gets 3 strikeouts. For Selleck, it took 27 pitches in the first inning as Ottawa was able to come up with 4 hits, but he got out of that 2-out jam with runners on the corners as he was able to get back-to-back strikeouts, including one looking of De Leon. Leading it off for OU will be Logan Zazaya, the third baseman. 6'2" senior out of Grants Pass, Oregon. Right-handed hitting Zazaya. Average up to 263, has 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in as he makes his 25th start of the year. Selleck will work out of the windup. To be quite honest, thought he worked better out of the stretch of that first inning. That fastball high, 1-0. To Zazaya is lifted, popped up in the infield to the left side. Lots of room for Ramos to work for it. Backs up on it and makes the grab, falling back for the first out on the pop-up in the infield. Two pitches and 1 out for Selleck. Batting second in the inning, number 8, Zach Spradlin, the 5'8" senior from Hoquiam, Washington, by way of Gary's Harbor College. And they are playing deep at third. Now they're going to bring in the third baseman as Spradlin showed bunt and took it back. You saw Ramos kind of delay sprinting up on that one. No balls in 1 strike, 1 down, bottom of the second. Tabor leading Ottawa 3-2. 0-1 pitch. Lifted to left. That ball's well hit. Tracking it to the left side, making the grab on the run in left field is Vasquez. That one looked like it might have been destined for the gap in left center, but Vasquez with great speed able to track it down for out number 2. That time the wind was actually working in favor of Schaefer out in center, but he was shaded a little bit to right center, so luckily Vasquez was shifted over to left. As it is Jonah Wiesner back to the top of the lineup for OU. Wiesner, who had a solo home run in the first inning on the first pitch that he saw. Takes fastball high. 1-0 delivery is going to be outside 2-0. Pitch to Wiesner is going to be lifted foul. Takes a big hack at it down the first base line. He's trying to push everything to left field, and I don't blame him. When the wind was shifted last week in that cold game against Avila, rode that wind out to right field, able to pull it, but right now just working those hands out to left. 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball right down the heart of the plate. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trying to work a much quicker second inning. And face the minimum. 2-2 from Selleck, breaking ball that lands a few feet in front of home plate as Wiesner will take it for a ball. As Jonah tries to stay hot. Three balls and 2 strikes to the lefty from Canada. Delivery from Selleck, outside, but Wiesner just gonna take a hack at it and foul it. That one was probably ball 4, but he's going to protect at the plate. Three-two. Wiesner is outside, but he's going to lift this one to left. That ball's tailing down the line. Vasquez back to the wall, and does he make that catch? He does not, and it's a home run for Wiesner, his second of the game, as Vasquez collided with the wall near the foul pole. Had to wait for the umpire, and Wiesner ties this game at 3 on his second solo shot in 2 innings. Vasquez had a good beat on it, made a heck of an effort to get that glove over the wall, just couldn't bring it back. Brings up Tyler Farnham, who tripled in the first inning, came around to score. Just hoping that ball was going to stay fair off the bat. And fastball to Farnham is high for ball 1. Wiesner up to 14 home runs now on the season. 1-0 delivery from Selleck is low and outside, 2-0. Pitch, breaking ball, popped up in the infield. It's going to be playable. Moore coming over to try and make the play. Instead, he's called off by Witkowski for out number 3. But another home run from Jonah Wiesner ties this at 3. We go to the top of the 3rd. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
My name is Jose Trejo. I'm a junior here at Ottawa University, and I'm currently studying exercise science. One of my favorite things about OU is that it's a small community, and coming from Western Kansas, where all there is small country towns, I felt right at home as everyone kind of just felt like family. It's a great community. It has a lot of support behind it, and most of the professors here are extremely well about getting you to understand the knowledge that they want you to understand.
Education for a lifetime at Ottawa University. To find out more, visit online at ottawa.edu.
When it comes to jewelry, the fit is important, not just on your finger, but on your wallet. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton at Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa, where we work to fit your ring to fit your budget. Diamonds come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges. The last thing we want is for you to think you can't afford a beautiful new ring. Come see our selection at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main, downtown, where there's no high-pressure sales. We just want to be sure the fit on your finger matches the fit on your finances. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
Jonah Wiesner's second home run of the ball game ties this at 3. Tabor scored 3 in the top of the first, Braves with 2 in the bottom half, and they get 1 in the bottom of the second. Due up for the Blue Jays, Weems, Moore, and Ramos. So we go 2, 3, and 4 for the Blue Jays. Weems with a ground out in the first inning. It's Norrell who, first 2 hitters in that top of the first, had 2 ground outs on just 4 pitches. Then after that, it was 3 straight hits, including a 3-run home run. First pitch to Reams, and he's going right at it, fouled towards the Ottawa dugout. Weems listed at 6'3". 0-1 pitch, hit hard to left, and that ball is driven deep, and that ball is definitely gone, as it is a solo shot for Weems, as he hits home run number 13 to straightaway center. Jumped on a fastball from Norrell, and Tabor regains the lead at 4-3. Brings up Cody Moore, singled with 2 outs in the first inning, and then came around to score on that 3-run home run. We have seen 4 total home runs, 2 for each team, as Norrell rears back and brings the fastball for strike 1 to Moore. I don't think that's all the home runs we'll see this afternoon. 0-1 pitch outside on a fastball. It's 1-1. One pitch from Norrell. Fastball again. He's trying to work that outer part of the plate. Umpire not giving it to him right now. Giving it to him on the slider and the breaking ball. Not so far with the fastball. 2-1 pitch is left up and fouled back to the netting. So we go 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Moore. Nobody out in the top of the third for Tabor. They've regained the lead at 4-3. 2-2 pitch, and that one well low. It's 3-2. Three-two pitch from Norrell, and Moore strikes out on a pitch he's going to want back. That one was in the dirt, but Norrell gets out number 1 in the third with his 5th strikeout. Cleanup hitter Ramos doubled in the first, came around to score. So he doubled the right center, and he takes a breaking ball that's chopped over to third to Zazaya. Lots of time to make the throw, and it's on time to Hollandbone for out number 1. That one goes 5-3. And the man who delivered the 3-run home run back in the first inning for Tabor, Tanyan Schaefer, put that one in the left field parking lot. It's going to be a good day to be a lefty. I'm going to say that right now. First pitch to Schaefer, who's hard. Swing, delivers that one to right. As that one's going to drop for a base hit. Is it going to be extra bases? That ball disappeared into the fence as it went under the fence, so it is going to be a double. As heads-up play by De Leon and right as that ball is wedged into the fence. I believe it's actually caught between the fence and one of those posts. So as a double for Schaefer with 2 down. Cole Hijaz to hit with a runner at second and 2 down in the top of the third. The Blue Jays leading 4-3. Hijaz steps out after the wind picks up. Something in his eye. Hijaz struck out in the first inning. But for Ottawa in the bottom of the third will be Bone, Jeffers, and Sizemore. Definitely getting more of those 35-mile-per-hour gusts. Delivery to Hijaz. Breaking ball for a strike from Norrell that he was looking fastball, and Hijaz out in front. Going with my favorite look as a player with the triple sock with the stirrup. Always a great look. white sock, blue stirrups. Several Tabor Blue Jays with just the blue socks today. 0-1 pitch. Fastball's high. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike, two down. Runner at second for Tabor. They lead at 4-3. 1-1 to High Jazz. Breaking ball that just misses inside. It's 2-1. Sanchez on deck. Two balls, one strike, two down. Norrell ready to rock and fire. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball. Foul back to the netting. It's 2-2. Have to think Austin Seidel for Tabor will go in game 2 against Tyler Bryant. So that is, might be looking at 2 All-Americans in that one. Great pitching matchup in that 7-inning game in game 2. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, going to be hit softly to short. It's going to be a tough play for Johnson on the run. The throw in time. He lost his hat in the process. Tabor adds 1 as they go up 4-3 going to the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
You know your closet well, but what does it sound like? Yes, your closet. Does it whisper your taste? Does it scream your taste? Stitch Fix gets to know your unique style and fit. Its selection transforms to show you only the looks and trends you'll love. With a shopping experience that evolves alongside your taste, your closet will scream so you without actually screaming. Stitch Fix for women and men. We're so you.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And we're back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tabor leading Ottawa 4-3, and we are now joined by Ottawa University softball head coach Jay Kent. This team is coming off a sweep yesterday of Kansas Wesleyan. They'll head to Bethel tomorrow. Coach, glad to have you and your insight for a little bit till Blake joins us.
I appreciate it. So I look forward to this.
And we'll start it off with Holland Bone for OU in the bottom of the 3rd. Braves go 3-4-5. Bone with a RBI ground out in the 1st inning. As he faces off against Mike Selleck, who's thrown 42 pitches through 2 innings. First pitch, a breaking ball to Bone for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Bone. He picked up RBI number 55 in the 1st inning. 0-1 from Selleck. Fastball that's going to be hit deep to center field. That ball is crushed, and it is gone. Holland Bone connects for home run 21, and the Braves tie it at 4.
You know, he just makes it look so easy. You know, it's a nice fluid swing, and man, when he hits the ball, he hits it a long ways.
I was surprised that Selleck went back to the fastball on back-to-back pitches as he started him out with 2 breaking balls, and Bone does not miss.
Well, you can't leave a ball up to him or he's going to do what he just did, hit the ball about 450 feet on you.
Braves have tied it at 4 in the bottom of the 3rd. Ottawa has never led in this game. It's the 2nd time they've tied it. Brings up Connor Jeffers, who singled in the infield in the 1st inning. Selleck goes fastball outside, 1-0, and neither pitcher is getting much on the outer part of the plate right now.
That's not good when the wind's blowing out. You need some corners to give yourself a chance.
1-0 pitch from Selleck, a breaking ball hit to 3rd. It's going to be a base hit as it goes by Ramos, who was playing in on the infield, on the infield grass. We'll say green turf, I should say, but that is a smoked ball to left field from Jeffers.
You know, and what people don't understand is because of his ability to lay down a bunt. I mean, that drew the 3rd baseman. Otherwise, that's probably a routine ground ball to the 3rd baseman. So just being that dual threat right there gave him a base hit.
So Nicholas Sizemore singled in the 1st. He's left stranded at 3rd base. Big lead at first from Jeffers on a first pitch slider that's high, and a count to 1-0. Tremendous crowd on hand.
Great crowd.
Lots of Tabor Blue Jay fans here, and of course lots of Braves fans. 1-0 pitch, especially knowing that tomorrow the weather is going to be what it is. 2 balls and no strikes, as it's a 70% chance of rain for almost the entire day. But you've got to make that trip out to North Newton. I haven't looked to see what it's going to be like.
The weather's a little better out there. I mean, there's only a couple hours for a chance of rain, but yeah, we'll play by ear out there. So weather right now is not the best in Kansas.
2-0 pitch in the dirt makes it 3-0 as Aguilar again just smothers that one behind the plate. We've got 2 really good catchers playing this afternoon, and Aguilar and Sizemore. I'm sure Sizemore said something to him after that one because he's in the box. 3 balls and no strikes, runner at first for OU with no outs. Fastball misses low, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Nicholas Sizemore. Well, Coach, your team picking up a big sweep yesterday. Now find yourself just 1 game back at the top of the KCAC behind Oklahoma Wesleyan with 4 games to play.
You know, all you can do going into the season, you just hope you have something to play for the last week, 2 weeks of the season. We're definitely done that. So we put ourselves in a good position. Obviously, we need a little help, but you know, we'll be ready to go tomorrow, and you know, because it's about us taking care of 2 tomorrow, and then we can worry about something else. But we got to worry about ourselves first.
The freshman Carson Johnson up to the plate, nobody out, infield playing almost in on the left side, expecting that bunt from Johnson, but he's going to take a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Johnson struck out swinging in the first inning.
You know, I think today's tough for coaches. You know, in this situation, do you play for 1 or 2 runs, or with the wind blowing out, do you play for the big innings?
Well, we know Johnson has plenty of power. 0-1 pitch, fastball high, 1-1. Selleck through 2 innings, had thrown 42 pitches. The heavier clouds start to gather behind us. Don't think we have a whole lot of rain in the forecast until later this afternoon. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. Johnson almost decided to try and check his swing and held back. 2-1. Runners at first and second for the Braves, no one out. Started the inning with a solo shot from Holland Bone to tie it at 4. The 2-1 pitch is outside, 3-1. Selleck, who had really worked ahead of almost every Ottawa batter until that 4-pitch walk to Sizemore, and now behind in the count at 3-1. 3-1 on the way from Selleck, and that had the green light to Johnson, and he was behind that fastball, and he fouls it towards the Ottawa dugout. Count is full. And this is the second time he's been put in a really big position, probably the biggest game he has played in up to this point as a Brave. He's got a couple of bats in that McPherson series, came with a big hit in game 2, actually in game 3 to send it to extras. 3-2 from Selleck. It's low for ball 4 as Johnson loads the bases.
Tell you what, that's actually a pretty good pitch, the slider right there, and give Johnson credit for laying off that tough pitch and drawing the walk. And you know, as a pitcher right now, you can't afford walks because you got to understand you're going to give us some home runs, and the last thing you want is to put free people on base before the home run. So,
head coach Mark Standiford will head out and talk with his pitcher as we see some movement in the Tabor bullpen. It's going to be Luis De Leon, who will be up to the plate after this mound visit, the first one of the game for Tabor. And I'm right now, it's just who is going to blink first. Almost feels like, as both teams got off to such a hot start. I mean, we are only in the 3rd inning. I think you have to remember we're playing 9 innings in this game 1 and trying to just kind of keep everything in perspective right now.
Yeah, because you don't want to go to your bullpen too early because you got 2 more games after this, you know, today, or, you know, game 2 today and game 3 tomorrow. But same time, you can't let a game get out of control too early and put yourself behind the 8 ball, especially if you're Tabor, who's 2 games behind us.
Well, Tabor, who has thrown 18 pitchers this season. I don't think Ottawa's thrown more than 7 or 8. I'll have to check that in a second. First pitch from Selleck is high to De Leon. It's 1-0. So if they need to go deep in the bullpen, they can. You never want to. But my goodness, 18 pitchers is
that's a lot.
Not even sure you've had 18 total in your whole program, Coach. 1-0 pitch is low, and they're going to say that De Leon went around on the check swing.
Ooh, that's a tough call.
Braves have thrown a total of 12 pitchers this year. And one of those was Luis De Leon, who plays right field. So 1-1 pitch to De Leon. That one's hit right back up the middle. Is it going to drop for a single? It is.
Oh, and
it goes by the center fielder.
This might be an inside the Parker.
Digging for third is De Leon. All 3 runs will score. And Ottawa takes their first lead up 7-4. On the RBI single and then the error in right.
The center fielder kind of got him kind of in between where he didn't know if he wanted to go dive and try to catch it or hold up, and all of a sudden he got so close to it that it just scooted by him. So kind of a misplay in center field that added probably 2 runs right there because
well, he did a great job of dummying, like he had a beat on it. I think he would have at least been able to get the force out at second.
Probably, yeah.
As the runner was still on the bag. So only one that was really up the line was Jeffers at third. He would have had plenty of time. That's tough in center field for Schaefer.
Yep.
Who had the 3-run home run back in the first. Logan Zazaya tries to go right at one. He'll foul it back to the netting to the right side. 3-run score on the RBI single, which,
that's
based off what the scoring is, we'll wait to see. Hasn't gone up on the live stats yet, but
should be a single with one on RBI and then 2 more runs.
0-1 pitch. This one's hit hard to left. Logan Zazaya tattoos it, and it's gone. 2-run shot for Zazaya, and the Braves hop out to a 9-4 lead.
Did a great job keeping his hands back and hitting the off-speed pitch. He just went down and got it. So great piece of hitting right there. We're only in the 3rd inning, and typically with a 5-run lead with Steven on the mound, you feel really good. But this game will not end up 9-4 right here.
And that is going to be the last pitch for Selleck, as Ottawa has opened it up to a 9-4 lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitching change coming here at Alumni Park, as Ottawa's up 9-4, bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Do you know if your AC is ready to beat the heat this summer? You can find out by calling Adamson Brothers today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome back as Mike Selleck finishes the game. 2 runs, 9 hits, 9 runs. 8 earned to go along with 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. I have to count up these home runs. I believe it is 4 home runs he has given up. Yeah, it was 4 on a total of 56 pitches. As it will be the right-handed pitcher, number 16, Jonathan Kimmel, a 6'3" sophomore out of Mesa, Arizona. As Kimmel, the righty, will take over for Selleck. As Kimmel makes his 10th appearance, he's gone 12 1/3 innings pitched with a 4.38 ERA. 10 strikeouts to 5 walks. But what a response from Ottawa. I mean, took the punch to start the game from Tabor with the 3-run home run and able to come back, get 2 in the first, kind of slow things down a little bit, tie it up in the second, and Tabor came right back, got a solo shot in the top half of this inning, and then Ottawa puts the 6th spot on with no outs in the bottom of the 3rd to go up 9-4.
Tabor's not going to panic. I mean, they're not leading the country in home runs and doubles for no reason. They know they can put some runs on the board. And I believe, what was that, Tuesday or Wednesday, they were behind in their game by about the same score and came back and won. So, they're not towards the top of the conference for no reason. they'll battle back. Ottawa just needs to keep adding runs here.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to mention that 12-4 score line they trailed by on Tuesday. Came back to win that one over Bethany 13-12. Zach Spradlin will face him first. Goes off the end of the bat and foul from Sprads, as he had a line out that was, in most days, would be a double. Unfortunately, the wind blew it so far back to the left that it returned into a routine fly ball to Vasquez. No balls in, 1 strike to Spradlin. 0-1, and it almost hits him. It comes inside.
And Tabor might be at that point now where, they're throwing a different pitcher out there every day. You look down the bullpen, they've got a righty and a lefty.
I mean, there is 8 people down in that bullpen right now working and standing around. It's one of the best things about here at Alumni Park. 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1 is got to have people protecting, got people with gloves out. The bullpen is in play here. And you've got, as a right fielder or left fielder, have to deal with the elevated mound as well out there. So 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Braves have scored 6 in the inning. 2-1 delivery, breaking ball, hit off the end of the bat, right back to the pitcher, Kimmel. He's going to flip it to Moore for out number 1.
It might be one of those games for Tabor where they just throw a reliever out there and then let him go as long until he gets in trouble. Then,
well, I mean, when you know
all 18 of them,
when you have All-American Austin Seidel in Game 2, you have to think, just assuming since he didn't start Game 1, but you're exactly right, knowing that you can get through this one, you've got a really good shot with your ace in Game 2 as far as keeping arms out there for a long period of time. 1 down for Jonah Weisner. 2 for 2. He has 2 home runs, both solo homers. And it's just this inside part of the plate to lefties that is frustrated pitcher so far. That one looked pretty good on the first pitch fastball.
It did.
1-0 delivery, breaking ball outside 2-0. So Coach Kant is how long has it been since you put the headset on to not do an interview, I guess, to do a little color commentary?
It's been a while. I used to do this when I was back coaching basketball a little bit. This is fun, though. I mean, it makes you look at it from a different perspective. And
2-0 pitch to 3-0. Was there ever a time where you had to make the decision whether to go baseball or softball, or was it just like you had a major interest in softball?
I've always loved baseball, but the opportunity came to coach softball. It's just more fast-paced. And, I like things that move a little bit faster, but I enjoy the heck out of baseball. But the game's so much more faster paced on the softball field.
3 balls and 1 strike as Weisner watches that one go by. It's 3-1. Weisner 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. 3-1 pitch outside as they'll walk him with 2 outs. He reaches base for the 3rd time. Still 1 down. Ottawa has scored 6 in the inning. A solo home run from Holland Bone. Then a single from Connor Jeffers. An RBI single from Luis De Leon, followed up with an error by the center fielder Schaefer, which scored 3. And then a 2-run home run from Logan Zazaya. Bring up Tyler Farnham.
Even though we're only in the 3rd, this is a big inning right here because you get back to the heart of the Braves order, and you don't want this to get too much more out of hand.
Breaking ball to start Zazaya, drops in, starts Farnham. That's what I get for reading it off last. It starts out Farnham with a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. I mean, we're at standing room only at this point. Might have to go grab the bleachers from your stadium to bring them over here. This is awesome.
I'll tell you what, when the fans come out to either softball or baseball field, it just adds a whole different element to this complex. And,
they're going to throw back to first, Chase Weisner, sorry.
No, just, I don't think, you go to too many college places where you get good crowds, and we're very fortunate here at Ottawa that, we get pretty good fan support from, not just our parents that come, but our students. So it just adds something to the atmosphere down here that you normally don't get at college baseball and softball games in the NAIA.
Weisner off and running. They're going to throw a pitch out. Weisner is going to be in time at second as he gets his 24th stolen base. Only been caught stealing twice this season.
That's a great jump. If you can steal on a pitch out, you got yourself a great jump. And, that was on the pitcher. He was able to read the pitcher well and get that great jump to get in there.
1 ball, 1 strike to Farnham. Tripled in the first and scored, and then popped up in the infield. His second plate appearance as he is 1 for 2. 1-1 from Kimmel. Breaking ball hits him on the leg, and that's the one you like. If you're a hitter, the looping curveball that just caroms off your leg, you can sprint to first base in a situation like that.
You know, and that's a big hit by pitch right there. I mean, you know, the last guy you want to see up there with 2 on in this situation is probably Holland Bone, who just hit a monster shot earlier in this inning. So
mentioned that monster shot to dead center as we now have a crowd accumulating in center field, as that's been a good place to pick up a home run ball. We've had 3 so far to dead center.
They might want to move on the other side of that building, though.
Does have that one this year that was clocked at 514. Yes, 514 feet that cleared the building, and this one's popped up in the infield, and it's going to be a huge break here for Tabor. Moore over to his right, drops it. It's in play. That's a fair ball. Ottawa's runners will move up as Moore had a beat on it. The right fielder, Weems, was coming in, and somehow that ball came into play.
I mean, that was all wind-aided right there. I mean, because of Holland's ability to hit the ball, you know, he's kind of a more of a pull hitter. You know, the right fielder shifted over. Second baseman was kind of shifted more towards the middle. And, you know, on a normal day, normal hitter, that's a second baseman's ball pretty easily. But today, it was all the first baseman. That was a really, really tough play for him. I mean, obviously, he's disappointed he didn't get it, but that was a tough play for him.
Brings up Connor Jeffers, singled earlier in this inning and came around to score. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the third, Braves have scored 6. They lead 9-4. First pitch to Jeffers right down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. It's trying to catch all of my papers and everything else right now, Jay. It's a whole thing out here. You're in the elements, no doubt.
You definitely got to anchor everything down, weight it down right now, because if not, it's going to be blown.
0-1 pitch, breaking ball inside, 1-1, which right now the wind, if we were playing out at your field, be helping your pitchers a little bit.
Yes, you know.
As we saw yesterday with the south wind that picked up a little bit.
It's just crazy. You know, our 2 fields sit side by side together, but depending on which way the wind blows, it's 2 different fields. You know, ours is playing in, so you better not, you can't sit back and hit the home run here. It's all about the home run right now.
1-1 pitch, a fastball swinging from Jeffers. It's 1-2. Kimmel went right at him. Kimmel came on in relief for Mike Selleck. Trying to work out of a jam with 1 out and the bases loaded. 1-2 to Jeffers is popped up on the outskirts of the infield. Going back on it is the shortstop. Calls everyone off. Weisner's going to tag up, and he is going to score on the sac fly by Connor Jeffers.
You know, because the wind's blowing out so much, your outfielders are so deep that, you know, once again, on a typical day, that's probably an outfielder's ball, and he's probably not tagging on that because his moment will be coming in ready to make a throw. But, you know, the shortstop for Tabor going backwards, just no chance for him to make that throw to home.
Runner standing at first and second. So Ottawa adds its 7th run of the inning. They lead it 10-4. In the bottom of the third. Just a wacky, wild start. It's the shortest tag up I've seen on a sac fly, maybe ever. I mean, that was on the outskirts of the infield. Breaking ball to Sizemore is outside 1-0.
But, you know, you just look out there at center field and left field, and I mean, they're out there on the warning track almost. So any kind of blooper like that, or, you know, not ball that's hit real hard, man, that's going to be a tough play for that shortstop today.
1-0 pitch. This one's hit to left.
That's going to maybe up.
Vasquez does have a beat on it, makes the grab, but Ottawa does their damage with 7 runs in the inning, and they lead it 10-4 going to the 4th here in Ottawa. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Braves take their first lead of the game. They score 7 in the inning on 4 hits. Just 1 error issued to Tabor, and then the 2 left on base. Steven Norrell, through 3 innings, has thrown 57 pitches.
He needs an easy inning here. You know, one, because you just put up 7, you want to get your offense back on, at the plate. But, you know, also, you know, 56 through 3, that's a lot of pitches. And, you know, you want to stay away from your bullpen as long as possible, knowing what the conditions are the next 2 days.
Victor Sanchez leads it off for Tabor in the top of the 4th. Sanchez struck out in the 2nd inning. Breaking ball for a strike from Norrell. Tabor's line, 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. For Ottawa, 10 runs on 10 hits, no errors. 0-1 pitch, right down the middle, but missing low. 1-1.
You know, this umpire's got a little bit of tight zone, but as a hitter, you got to know that. As a pitcher, makes it for a long day on a windy day.
1-1 pitch, misses low again. 2-1. I mean, it's in barrel territory almost. If you're throwing strikes, it's tight right now. It's always scary as a pitcher. 2-1 delivery, breaking ball. It's chopped foul down the third base line. Eric Reese with a nice play out of the dugout. Goes all the way down to make that play. Not really what you want to see out of one of your relievers, but with that being that soft, I guess you're okay with it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on in the top of the 4th. Breaking ball, Sanchez lays off. Count goes full, and this is what they've done really the whole afternoon. I mean, Mark Staniford made it really clear in that interview last week that they were going to make Steven Norrell throw pitches, and they are not chasing at all. 3-2 pitch, that's check swing, but did not go around. It's a leadoff walk for Tabor.
You know, if I was just talking about, I mean, you need to make this short inning, get your offense back out there after they've feeling really good about themselves, and you know, you don't want him to have to, you know, throw 140 pitches today to get yourself through 7 or 8 innings. You know, hopefully he can induce a ground ball right here and get 2.
Vasquez to the plate with nobody out and a runner on first. Vasquez reached on a walk in the 2nd. They're going to throw back to first. That was a good throw from Norrell, and Bone had to go and get it. So Jay is someone who grew up in Kansas. I wish they get to see Mark Staniford, the star from Wichita State in the 80s, coaching at Tabor.
You know, it's really interesting because, I mean, obviously great success.
That one's hit high to center, but not as deep this time. Coming in to make the grab is Farnham for the first out.
But I think it also shows you that, you know, the great coaches understand that even at this level, there's really, really good baseball. You know, you don't have to get to Division I to see great baseball. It's happening all over right now. And I think, you know, he's able to help grow that, you know, with his name and reputation. I think he's been a great addition to our conference.
14 years at Tabor, multiple trips to the World Series, and then also to the national tournament, which the KCAC is, even though school enrollment-wise, one of the smaller conferences in the country, has really done well at getting teams to the World Series over the last 15 years.
They have, you know, and you said it.
Breaking ball outside to start with Witkowski.
You know, we don't have all the resources some others. It tells you how good of coaches are in the conference when, you know, multiple schools can get there, not just one. It's been multiple, and we've had great success. 1
ball and no strikes, 1 out. Swinging strike from Witkowski on one that was low. It's 1-1. That was one of the things you noticed from that trip to New Orleans last year, as we played teams like Loyola out of New Orleans and then Oklahoma City, which felt like I was calling out an SEC lineup every time I mentioned their school they transferred from. 1-1 pitch, swinging strike on a fastball. It's 1-2. It's, you know, it's crazy how teams get to the national tournament, whether you build your team with young freshmen or you go and get transfers. But you know, the teams in the NAI are just so deep and so good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball, low 2-2. Is Loyola, that team last year had some D1 transfers as well. A lot of post-undergrad players, which that's changed the game a lot too.
You know, and I think it just shows you there's more than one way to build a program.
2-2 pitch. That one's hit hard to right. That'll be a base hit. Is in right field. De Leon playing almost at the wall, turning for third and making it easily is Sanchez. Runners at the corners with 1 out for Aguilar.
But you're seeing so many more transfers now. You see it all over you hear about it in NCAA, but it's happened at the NAIA level too. That those kids that had that D1 dream and got there, but realized they're not getting the playing time they wanted, or it's not as glamorous as what they thought. Or you're seeing a lot of them in all sports transfer down to NAIA so they can be a great player and get a lot of playing time and be significant.
Braves lead 10-4, but Tabor threatening with runners at the corners with 1 out as they go to the top of the lineup with Leo Aguilar. Breaking ball somehow misses outside. Count at 1-0. Steven can't buy one with that slider on the outer part of the plate.
But the umpire's been consistent with that call. And that's all you can ask for as a hitter, as a pitcher, just an umpire being consistent.
Braves are going to throw back to first and chase Witkowski. Sanchez, standing at third. Witkowski standing at first for Tabor with 1 down. They try and look to put up a crooked number in this inning. The Braves put up 7 in the bottom of the third. Breaking ball does catch the knees that time for 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. 1 pitch, misses low, 2-1 from Norrell. No action in the Ottawa bullpen. Two-one from Norrell. Breaking ball that Aguilar couldn't stay off of, and if he doesn't swing, that's probably a ball, even though what we thought would be strikes. So it's 2-2.
I agree.
It's hard to lay off of that if you're Aguilar.
But as a hitter though, you got to understand what the umpire's calling, and that's up to you to be able to make that adjustment.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Breaking ball that is offered at but did not go around. It goes full for Aguilar.
Be interesting as Tabor put the runner on first in motion, try to stay out of the double play. But also you don't want to strike them out, throw them out either. So tough call for the Blue Jays here.
3-2 pitch, jammed him, but able to find it off is Aguilar. As it was inside on another slider from Norrell. Braves leading 10-4, top of the 4th inning. Runners at the corners with 1 out. 3-2 pitch in the dirt, and the bases are going to be loaded for Weems with 1 down. And I'm going to get another mound visit from Gabe Grinder.
Both these coaches are going to get their steps in today. He's got to keep the pitchers calm and things like that. But, Steven's a horse. He's going to throw a ton of pitches today. And but I think as long as they have a lead, Coach Grinder is going to allow him, probably extend him a little longer than maybe he would on a normal day with the pitch count going up. But, these pitchers have the work cut out for them today. I mean, it's a tight zone. They're probably afraid to begin with when they look at that flag blowing out. That right there is enough to put a little bit of doubt in the pitcher and add the tight zone and that makes it tough. But I mean, this is where you got to have a little toughness and understand that you side make pitches and try to get the ball on the ground and not let them get the ball in the air.
We're back to Kelsey Weems, who's had a solo shot in the 3rd inning to dead center. He will hit with the bases loaded, and Weems not someone Ottawa wants to seize right now. This 12 home runs and make it 13 home runs with 54 driven in, is slugging it at .635.
Pretty good numbers right there.
First pitch to Weems, breaking ball low.
If you're Norrell right now, your mind is, hey, give up 1, maybe 2, and get yourself out of this. If you get out of this with none, then great job. But you just got to make sure you minimize the damage right here.
Breaking ball, that one's gone. From the jump, that ball was crushed, and it is a 10-8 ball game on the grand slam from Kelsey Weems, his 2nd of the game.
I told you, when they put up, it was 9-4 or 10-4. This game wasn't going to end that way. This really might be one of those games that ends up 25-24. You just got to understand, this game's not over with because of the wind conditions. So both teams are going to have to keep battling at the plate.
Braves lead 10-8 after the grand slam from Kelsey Weems, his second of the game. So both him and Jonah Weisner for Ottawa, both with 2 home runs. Fastball misses outside from Norrell. To Moore.
If you watch umpires, typically they have one side that they're dominant on and they're really good, and the other side, maybe a little less tight or a little more tight.
This one chopped at the plate. This is going to be a tough play. Norrell gets the throw in time. Bone having to step off the bag and kind of shift feet, makes a good play for out number 2.
Great footwork by Bone over there. I mean, that was not an easy play for him, and good thing he's 6'4".
Bring up Ramos, who is 1 for 2 with a double in the first inning. So after we mentioned how Ottawa able to respond after the 3-run first, Tabor comes back after Ottawa scores 7 in the third and gets 4 on the board, and may not be done yet. Ramos chops it foul, and I think Ramos has seen maybe 4 pitches in his plate appearance. His first pitch of the game, he went on a double to right, and first pitch swinging on every plate appearance. He's not trying to mess around today. 0-1 delivery. That one catches the inside part of the bat and almost hits his teammate in the on-deck circle, Tanyan Schaefer.
But as a hitter right now, you also got to understand, you can be a little more selective. I know you want to be aggressive, but be aggressive in his tight zone right here. He's chased a couple right there.
0-2 pitch breaking ball. That's going to be a base hit to the right side as it goes over the outstretched arm of Holland Bone, and a 2-out single for Ramos. Here comes Tanyan Schaefer. 3-run homer back in the first inning, then doubled in the third. Just really good hitting.
That was actually a pretty good pitch by Steven, and give him credit. He just went out, got it, and punched it to right field.
Breaking ball outside to Schaefer, which he wants to get these runs back after the error in the last inning that scored all 3 runs for OU that ended up chasing Selleck. 1-0 pitch, and he was trying to hit that one out to I-35 on that swing as he's out in front, 1-1.
He definitely did not get cheated on that swing.
No, that was a Madison Bunfield type swing. That was the ones we call. That's what we call it. That's a 1-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner and the count to 1-2. Schaefer not happy about it as he asked the umpire where it was. Now he'll look to protect. Several of your hitters don't get cheated, Jay.
No.
That's for sure. 1-2 pitch breaking ball. He's going to strike him out as he goes to his knees for that strikeout. But 4 runs scored by Tabor. They draw within 2. Braves lead it 10-8. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in Ottawa. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
At CarStar Ottawa, your safety matters. That's why we train yearly to be iCar Gold certified, because as cars and designs have changed to keep you safer, so have the collision repair procedures. Call CarStar, 242-8916. CarStar, relax, we'll take it from here.
My name is Darby Weidel. I'm from Ottawa, Kansas. I'm studying biology, and I'm a freshman at Ottawa University. I didn't expect how involved I would feel coming here. It's almost kind of like its own community. I'm very close with my family, like my parents, my brothers, my grandparents, they're all my big support systems, and they can come see my sporting events. Coming here was one of the best decisions I could have made.
The right decision for you is Ottawa University. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
When it comes to your home, quality matters. And when quality matters, choose the best. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today to have your air conditioner serviced. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
It's been so far through 3.5. Been an offensive display. It's 10-8 in favor of OU. And in the last 2 half innings, we've seen a total of 11 runs.
And that's why there's a big crowd out here. I knew there's going to be some runs scored. So who doesn't like to see some runs scored and some home runs hit?
Crowds have decided they just want to migrate out to the left, right, and center. There's not even stands out there. You're just going to stand out there and probably catch 1 or 2. There's almost no cars parked in that first row in left field. So,
well, can you blame them?
Kimmel back out for his second inning of work, and he faces off against Carson Johnson in the 4th inning.
Of course, you might be safer in being that first row than you are on the street today.
Johnson walked in his last plate appearance. He's going to pop this one up in the infield on the second pitch he sees. Calling off everyone as the second baseman and making a grab is Witkowski for the first out.
You know, on pop-ups like that, there is no routine pop-up today. I mean, that second baseman drifted about 20 feet from his original spot where he thought he had it.
Bring up Luis De Leon, that RBI single to center that turned into 3 runs scored by Ottawa after the error in center field. First pitch to De Leon outside, 1-0. And Tabor, everything they can get out of Jonathan Kimmel right now, they will take. So he came in relief for Selleck after just 2 innings. 1-0 pitch. That's a foul tipped into the chest of the catcher Aguilar. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike, one down in the bottom of the fourth. De Leon at the plate, Kimmel on the mound. 1-1 delivery. It's a fastball again that's goes off, chopped or fouled off the mask of Aguilar, who's taken a couple big shots in these last 2 pitches.
You know, for Otto right here, it's about getting your timing, because this guy's definitely a little slower than the starter, and they're just a little bit out front right here, and he's doing a great job of keeping them off balance even more with his off-speed pitches.
1-2 to De Leon. That one's outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Luis. Pitch from Kimmel inside, jams him. Over to field it is Moore. He'll flip it over to Kimmel for out number 2. Logan Zazaya strides to the plate after a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning. Two down in the bottom of the 4th as Kimmel looks to try and work through the side here for the Blue Jays defensively. They're trying to work their first clean inning of the game. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 7 in the 3rd for Ottawa defensively, as Tabor scored 2 in the first, 1 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 4th. 1-0 pitch. That's going to be hit to short on a couple hops. To his right is Sanchez, and 3 up, 3 down for the Braves here in the bottom of the 4th to go to the top of the 5th. Braves leading 10-8 over Tabor. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
How do you make the most of your land? Everyone has their way. The Nelsons depend on their John Deere Gator XUV 835R to get
from point A to point B with decoys and the dogs.
As much as we got going on, it's all about efficiency.
And if you ask the Mosers what they use their Gator XUV 590M for, they tell you.
The most fun we have on the Gator is just ripping around the property.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
That's the sound of your KFC chicken sandwich order. That's what happens next. Your chicken is Kentucky Fried Order. And that's the sound of your chicken being put on a brioche bun. Brioche buns don't make a lot of noise. Then we add sauce and pickles and serve your sandwich to you piping hot. Order the KFC chicken sandwich. It's Kentucky Fried to order on the KFC app or at KFC.com. At participating locations, prices may vary.
Braves go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 4th. And for the Blue Jays, who batted around back in the 4th inning, it'll be High Jazz to lead it off. Excuse me, they said 8 hitters to the plate in the 4th, so High Jazz, the only Blue Jay not to hit. It is Norell back out there. 87 pitches for Steven. It's been a tough go so far for the big man from Texas, and he does start out with a breaking ball for a strike to High Jazz, who is 0 for 2.
He could really use one of those 1, 2, 3 innings right now, especially with that pitch count, and just getting, calm things down for the Braves.
Another breaking ball, and this isn't going to calm it down as that's a single to left field for High Jazz. And a leadoff single for him to begin the 5th inning.
You know, and right now, I mean, Tabor's feeling good to play. I mean, they're not missing very many balls, even though that was a well hit line drive between the 5-6 hole. But they're not, when they are making contact, they're not missing it.
Brings up the shortstop, Sanchez. 6'1" sophomore. Sanchez 0 for 1. Reached on a walk in the 4th and came around to score on the grand slam. Takes fastball from Norrell for a ball. That chuckle from Coach Campbell will probably tell you what he thought of that pitch.
I mean, I will say that umpire's been consistent as all I can ask for, but most days that's a strike.
1-0 pitch goes right back to the fastball, and this one is called a strike on the inner part of the plate. Braves leading 10-8, top of the 5th. 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1 from Norrell. Runner at first is High Jazz with that leadoff single. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball for a strike from Norrell as Sanchez was looking for the fastball. Count evens at 2-2.
Great pitch call right there because he was definitely looking fastball, and great pitch by Norrell to buckle him right there.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Love a ground ball double play here. He's going to strike him out for out number 1 in the 5th. Second time Sanchez has struck out. Vasquez, who caught one well, hit it to center, but just short of the warning track in the 4th. First pitch to him, fastball for a strike. That one kind of where Stevens lived most of the day and hasn't got that call, but gets it that time. 0-1 from Norrell, goes back to the fastball. Could this be 2? Norrell to second for 1, to Bone for the double play. All started by Steven Norrell. That one goes 1-4-3 to end the top of the 5th. Ottawa leading 10-8 as we go to the bottom half. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hungered in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungeredInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
My name is Jose Trejo. I'm a junior here at Ottawa University, and I'm currently studying exercise science. One of my favorite things about OU is that it's a small community, and coming from Western Kansas, where all there is small country towns, I felt right at home as everyone kind of just felt like family. It's a great community. It has a lot of support behind it, and most of the professors here are extremely well about getting you to understand the knowledge that they want you to understand.
Education for a lifetime at Ottawa University. To find out more, visit online at ottawa.edu.
Steven Norrell able to create that double play on his own, and a big lift for Ottawa after they were quiet in the bottom of the 4th, and they will now face off against Kimmel again, who's come in and done a nice job for the Blue Jays.
You know, you got to love the game of baseball or softball. You know, you go through 2 half innings, they throw up 11 runs. The next 2 half innings, they throw up 0.
For Ottawa, it is going to be 9-1-2. Spradlin, Weisner, and Farnham. Spradlin yet to reach base. They fly out to left, or more so a line out, I guess, today. Have to make that difference when you see it, because everything's going to feel like a fly out. He's going to hit this one to short. It's going to be over to his left. Vasquez gets him in time, or Sanchez, excuse me, for out number 1 on 1 pitch. Is Spradlin not ever one to mess around? That one goes 6-3. Brings up Jonah Weisner, who is 2 for 2, 2 home runs and a walk. Even if Ottawa's just able to get a couple base runners here, feel a little bit better at this point. As Tabor's kind of taking back momentum. First pitch from Kimmel for a strike. Kimmel is from 28 pitches in his 2 innings of relief. Getting out 2 1/3. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball that Weisner does chop foul, and he's behind it 0-2. Weisner not happy with himself after that one. I think breaking balls to lefties, though, probably a good idea right now.
Yeah, I don't think I threw him outside what he's done with his first 2 at-bats there.
0-2 pitch, goes with the breaking ball again. Thought he had him as Aguilar frames it. Doesn't get the call. It's 1-2.
I think that one came across a little too high right there. I mean, big break. But I think when it crossed, it was up in the zone a little bit.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Weisner. 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. Almost hits him, gets out of the way, and the count to 2-2. Two on the way to Jonah. Breaking ball that he is going to chop down the first base line. It's going to stay fair. Oh, no, they're going to say it went foul.
That's just a bad play by the first baseman.
I thought Moore didn't run up on that, and that ball was fair almost 85 feet down the line.
That didn't get fouled.
60 feet down the line.
No, you're right,
yeah.
85.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was just a bad play by the first baseman. If he takes 2 steps forward, he gets that in fair territory, and it's an out. But, you know, he just waited on it at the base, and that last hop pushed it foul.
Yeah, that look from Kimmel at the end of that was quite comical. Frustrated with his first baseman as Kimmel gets blown off the mound.
Well, that's just a mental mistake. And, you know, you can handle physical mistakes by teammates and stuff like that. It's the mental mistakes that drive teammates and coaches crazy.
Well, especially if Weisner can find a way to get on base after that.
Absolutely
would have been an easy out. 2-2 to Weisner, low, and the count goes full.
Well, and, you know, he's a tough out anyway when you get him 1 free one. Plus, you know, if he were somehow to get on, all of a sudden, you know, Bones in the on-deck circle with barring a double play, he's going to get another chance to bat with runners on.
3-2 to Jonah. And that one's hit hard to right. That ball driven back. It's not coming back. That ball is history. Jonah Weisner's 3rd home run of the game. And the mental error comes back to hurt the Blue Jays.
You know, in a day like today, man, you got to take outs when you can get them. And, you know, especially on a simple play that should be made every time, you know, so.
Big time day for Jonah Weisner. 3 home runs. All solo shots, and it's 11-8 Ottawa.
You know, that probably just made the pitcher even more frustrated right there. Like, I got this guy out for the first time, and instead I watch him hit a ball out to right field, which today is not an easy job hitting ball out to right.
First pitch to Farnham outside, and the count to 1-0. Still 2 Blue Jays warming up in the bullpen down the right side. Base is empty for Tyler Farnham. 1-0 delivery to him. Fastball for a strike. Count even to 1-1.
That's one of the first ones he's given on the outside corner.
Farnham 1 for 2. Was recently hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball outside, 2-1. You feel a little bit of some precipitation from time to time right now as those clouds do darken.
Which is crazy because the sun just peeked itself out a few minutes ago.
Well, it's blowing so quickly, it's just moving through. It's crazy right now. 2-1 pitch. That one shot to the right side. That one goes off the glove of Moore. Can Farnham get there? He can.
First baseman's having a tough day right now.
And Moore stuck his glove out. Tried to slide over to the right. Maybe one he should have tried to backhand there. Is that a...
Nah, he should have had. I mean, I think you asked him. He should have had that one. I don't know if he misread it a little bit or what the case may be, but you know, sometimes you know, as an athlete, you start thinking. You're still thinking about the the one that got away, and all of a sudden the next ball's hit at you and you're not ready for it.
That is listed as an E3. Brings up Hollenbone, who homered in his last plate appearance. This one's driven deep. That one is a no-doubter, and that one is gone. Hollenbone delivers another 2-run shot, his 22nd of the season, and Ottawa gets up 13-8.
That ball just jumps off his bat. Like, you just don't see that at this level very often. His 2 home runs have had to travel well over 1,000 feet today.
And that is going to be the last pitch for Jonathan Kimmel as the Braves respond after the 4-run top of the 5th inning from Tabor and put 3 on the scoreboard.
You know what's bad for this pitcher? I feel bad for him because
and Standiford with some words for home plate umpire, or maybe not going to be. It is going to be it for Kimmel. So we'll take a break. Ottawa leads at 13-8 in the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Welcome back to Alumni Park as Ottawa hits their 6th home run of the game. It'll be a lefty on the mound for the Blue Jays. We'll try and get a number here in just a second. Was trying to finish that line for Jonathan Kimmel. 2 1/3 innings pitched. 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, a walk, no strikeouts, 2 homers given up on 39 pitches. CJ, if you can catch a number there for us.
Number 6.
It's going to be number 6, Juan Morales.
And a couple misplays by the first baseman. Otherwise, that was a 1-2-3 inning by that pitcher. Instead, it's turned into 3 runs.
I mean, we've seen some absolute moonshots to center field. The 2 from Weems and the 2 from Bone. Hey, if you like home runs, make your way out to Alumni Park because I don't think we're done.
No.
For Morales, he is a 6'1" senior from Elizabeth, New Jersey, a transfer from Union County College. And the lefty, take a look at his numbers on the year. An inning and 2/3 pitched. He has a 5.40 ERA. It's his 3rd appearance.
They just bring everybody out. They might feel like, hey, this one's probably, we may not win this one. It's not burn our best bullpen.
Well, I mean, I'm not counting them out for anything. Yeah. The things that they have done offensively already to this Ottawa team, team ERA of 3.12 on the year. That's 3rd in the nation. Bunt dropped. It's going to be caught by the pitcher, Morales, for the 2nd out on the bunt attempt from Jeff Bergs. Get us to Carson Johnson.
I'd be shocked if one of these teams doesn't end up with 20 runs in this game. A couple of these guys might become All-Americans just based on the stats from this game.
Have to remember, Tabor has played 4 more games than Ottawa coming into today, as Ottawa's had a couple of their midweek matchups canceled due to weather. Supposed to play Northwestern last week, unable to get that one in. First pitch to Carson Johnson is a strike. 0-1 from Morales, breaking ball high, 1-1. Braves lead at 13-8, bottom of the 5th. Yes, bottom of the 5th. One pitch, inside hit back up the middle. It's going to be a diving effort made at short. Is it going to be in time? It is not. Heck of an effort, though, by Sanchez, diving to keep that one from going into center field. Johnson able to beat it by about half a step.
That was a great play. Great hustle by.
Apologies, that was Sizemore. I don't know what I was doing there.
I mean, great hustle by the runner, but man, that was a heck of a play by a shortstop to even make it close.
So Sizemore with good speed going down the line. Ottawa will get that courtesy runner in for the catcher. Now we will get to Carson Johnson, who is 0 for 2. Did reach on a walk in the third, came around to score. Brad Grant in to pinch run for OU. Morales gives him a long look, then fires fastball high in the count to 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 down. Pitch to Johnson. This one's going to be shot foul, just a little behind that breaking ball. We count at 1-1. For Sizemore in that last plate appearance, his second single. One pitch inside 2-1.
Out there looking, one of the Braves players out there chasing that home run ball. He may not be back for a while.
That one might have landed in the magazine, to be quite honest. 2-1 breaking ball hit to center field, but right at the center fielder Schaefer for the third out. But Ottawa does their damage as they score 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th to get the lead 2-5 at 13-8. Again, we want to thank Jay Cant for joining us, as we'll get Blake Griffin on in here in just a second, but good luck this weekend, Coach.
Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure, Casey.
We'll take it to break. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
All of us at Kansas State Bank thank you for seeing the value of what a hometown bank means to our community. This is Bank President Roger Maxwell, and we've done our best during these most trying times to be here for you and your banking needs. For over 100 years, Kansas State Bank has known the value of the past, the importance of the present, and the innovation of the future. Kansas State Bank, member FDIC.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Your nose is the body's air filter, the first line of defense against airborne allergens, bacteria, and viruses. You wash your hands to protect your health. Now you can clean your nose with Navage. Online at Navage.com. Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Welcome back, as we're now joined by Blake Griffin. As man, you've missed a few bombs today, Blake.
I know. I was gone. I mean, I only missed an hour, and I've already missed 21 runs.
Due up for the Blue Jays is going to be Witkowski, which he takes 2 fastballs well outside for 2-0. So 9-1 and 2, Witkowski, Aguilar, and Weems. Witkowski, 2 balls, no strikes. Norrell with 98 pitches. Fastball for a strike to Witkowski. It's 2-1. Witkowski with a single to right field in his last plate appearance. Breaking ball hit down the third baseline, just foul. And the count to 2-2.
And the Braves really just looking for Norrell to put up a couple of zeros. I haven't seen a lot of those from either team.
There has been a total of 3 zeros through 5 innings. So it's been tough sledding. 2-2 pitch, right down the middle. He's going to strike him out, looking to start the inning. And Witkowski with some words for the home plate umpire. One down in the 6th as we go to Leo Aguilar. 0 for 2, but he did walk in the 4th and scored on the grand slam by Weems.
Also came in second in the KCAC chasing Holland Bone in home runs.
It's gone back and forth today. First pitch from Norrell, fastball outside, 1-0 to Aguilar. So Weems total now up to 14. Bones total up to 22, and Wiesner's total up to 14. 1-0 pitch, chop foul, and Eric Reese with a nice play. Count to 1-1.
A lot of athleticism over there in that dugout. Don't get a chance to show it off that often with how good these starters have been.
1 ball and 1 strike. And that one's in the dirt from Norrell. Nicely picked by Sizemore.
I mean, we've seen Norrell go high pitches before, but I don't think we've seen him this year this high, this early.
The 142 back in the KCAC tournament last year, I believe, was his season high. A breaking ball in for a strike. The count evens at 2-2.
That's disgusting. That slider is just one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Top of the 6th. Blue Jays at the plate.
I think we're going to see it again.
And honestly, any way Ottawa can face Weems with nobody on base would be ideal, as he has just rocked Ottawa offensively today. Is he going to get his second strikeout? He is not, as Norrell thought he had it. The count goes full. Three balls and 2 strikes.
Hearing the go-win chance out of that.
To Aguilar, and he's going to lose him for ball 4. That fastball is low. Here comes Weems. 2 for 3, 2 home runs, 5 RBI. Trying to, again, bring Tabor back into this ball game with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah, we talked yesterday during the softball game about this being maybe a lower scoring series with the pitching of Ottawa.
Yeah, before I saw the forecast, of course, for today with those gusts over 35, and that one's popped foul on a big swing from Weems. That ball was hit so hard, and somehow it only landed like 5 feet away from us. That ball was started out over the softball field, was actually blown back towards the netting. It just tells a little bit about what we're dealing with.
Got to be a little vigilant behind the plate for Sizemore. Got to always be running towards the net just in case one of those balls decides to blow its way back.
Well, you can ask Tabor early on in this game. They had one that was started out 20 feet outside of foul territory and landed in fair territory. Braves are going to chase him back as a good tag from Bone, but getting back in time is Aguilar.
You see Norrell consistently throughout the year pick off some runners. One of the best pickoff moves I've seen, at least in my time playing.
0-1 pitch, runner going. This one's hit down the line. This could be problem. De Leon coming over, making the diving effort on the line for out number 2 to retire Weems.
Somebody clip that. Sports Center top 10 right there.
And Aguilar was halfway to second base. If that ball drops, he's easily to third. That'll bring up Moore. And he's going to give De Leon a chance to recover as he laid out down the line and right.
The thing about those diving plays that you never truly prepare yourself for hitting the ground hard. They tell you to exhale to get all the air out of your body, but you're not thinking about that when you're running for your life.
Runner at first with 2 outs. Cody Moore at the plate. They're going to chase Aguilar back. Did they get him? They did. Oh, no, they changed the call as it popped out of the glove of Bone.
Ejecto mid over there at first. That's tough. Especially against a guy like Moore. Would love to face him with nobody on.
Cody Moore, 12 home runs on the year. He has a single in the first inning. Fastball outside for pitch number 1 from Norrell.
Leading the KCAC in RBIs with 57 coming into today.
I mean, it is a gauntlet going through this Tabor lineup.
Yeah, no real hiding in this lineup, that's for sure.
They're going to throw back again on Aguilar. He gets back in time. Top of the 6th, Ottawa up 13-8 over the Tabor College Blue Jays. And then NAI Ball Podcast Series of the Week. They're going to throw back again on Aguilar. He does scramble back. Hando actually fell off the bag for a second, but did bring that trailing leg onto the bag. Game 1 of today's doubleheader. 1-0 pitch, hit right back up the middle. It's going to be picked up by Johnson. Is the throw going to be in time? No! As it was kind of caromed off his palm, almost out to center field, and Moore digging for first. Able to keep things alive for Tabor in the 6th with the, I'll wait to see how it's scored, but he was having to go all the way behind the bag at second.
I'm assuming they give him a hit on that one. That's a tough play up the middle.
Well, in my book, it goes down as a single. I'll wait to see what.
Indeed, they gave him the single.
So 9th hit of the game for Tabor. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for Ramos. And this is eerily similar to what we saw in the first inning from Norrell, who got through the first 2 hitters and no problem, and then it turned into a 3-run inning on 1 pitch with a 3-run bomb.
Yeah, the Braves really needed Steven to get through this inning. with a 0.
This one going to be hit softly to third to Zazaya. Takes a couple hops. He actually goes to second base for the force out to end the threat for Tabor. They go to the bottom of the 6th. Ottawa 13, Tabor 8. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
That's the sound of your KFC chicken sandwich order. That's what happens next. Your chicken is Kentucky Fried to order. And that's the sound of your chicken being put on a brioche bun. Brioche buns don't make a lot of noise. Then we add sauce and pickles and serve your sandwich to you piping hot. Order the KFC chicken sandwich. It's Kentucky Fried to order on the KFC app or at KFC.com. At participating locations, prices may vary.
Welcome back for the 6th inning as Ottawa leading at 13-8. They will face off against Morales for the second time as came in relief for Kimmel, who went 2 1/3. Due up for the Braves in the 6th is going to be De Leon, Zazaya, and Sprout. So no break for De Leon after the effort down the first base line to lay out in right field.
Nah, but you wouldn't have it any other way. Make a big play on one end, have the chance to make a big play on the offensive end. The Braves doing a good job of getting through this Blue Jays bullpen here in game number 1. Always what you like to see a team burn their bullpen early.
Well, we mentioned they have thrown 18 pitchers this year. So Ottawa has thrown just 12. So they're not afraid to go to the bullpen, whether it's for matchups or for some longer outings. This is lefty on lefty. Morales goes with a curveball for a strike. And for Morales, who had only thrown, I believe it was an inning and 2/3 all season, has looked pretty good in relief.
Yeah, thrown into the fire here for sure.
0-1 pitch is going to be hit for a single to the right side by De Leon. That one gets out to right field.
He stays hot. Second into the game for him.
RBI single back in the 3rd. We talked all day. It's been a lefties type of day, but if you're a righty right now and seeing that hanging curveball, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, salivating a little bit on that one.
And Logan Zazaya has already had a 2-run home run. Breaking ball that, as I just mentioned, that curveball, and can't lay off of it right now with a chance to rope one out to left. And that's a first pitch strike. The count at 0-1 to Zazaya.
Yeah, definitely a two-sided coin on that one. If you look for it a little too much, you definitely chase it a bit too much.
That was Zazaya's 4th home run of the year back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, man, he's been hot the last couple of weeks. Had that 2-homer game a couple weeks ago. Really seeing the baseball well.
Had one off St. Mary as well here. 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball outside, 2-1. Tabor's bullpen pretty quiet right now, just kind of sitting down the first base line.
Looks like they got a guy doing J-bands, just getting loose.
2-1 pitch, high for ball 3.
And still no action for the Braves. Riding that arm of Steven Norrell. I've always talked to him about that arm being quite a rubber arm.
Well, he went for 142 in that first game. 3-1 pitch, shot foul by Zazaya towards the softball field to our right. And then turning around, and I believe he threw 80 pitches 4 days later in the conference championship game to just get Ottawa through 5. That was a war of attrition on that Saturday game. McPherson threw a pitcher who hadn't started a game all year.
That's no start until you get that championship game.
And Ottawa made him pay as they scored 9 in the first 2 innings to take, even though McPherson would score some runs later in the game, when you get a 9 spot, not a bad way to get things rolling.
Picture a little bit more comfort, that's for sure.
Even when that arm might be a little tired. They're going to throw back to first to chase De Leon. He gets back in time. Braves with 13 runs on 14 hits, no errors for Tabor. 8 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. Bottom of the 6th here in Ottawa. Braves get the leadoff hitter on the single from De Leon. 3-2 pitch inside for ball 4.
Going to be an interesting at bat with Spradlin coming up as we see him take a long look at grinder signs over there.
And Spradlin, who has seen, I'm just going to take a guess here, 4 total pitches today, has had a line out to left, ground out to the pitcher, and a ground out to short. So we talk about he's not one to hang around in the box very long.
Especially with 2 runners on and nobody out. I'm assuming he's going to try to lay something down here as he's done all season.
First pitch to Spradlin, drops the bunt to the left side. This is a great bunt. Morales is going to get the force, though, at third. Heads up play by Morales. That one scored 1-5 on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, you got to push that one down the first baseline and make the play first no matter what on that.
Just caught a little too much of that ball, and to say that that wind could have an effect on a bunt is shocking, but it carried it all the way to where Morales just had to flip it over to Ramos at third. So 1 down for Jonah Weisner.
Danger man today, that's for sure.
3 home runs, all solo home runs in 4 plate appearances. Takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
Still coming right after him after he absolutely just hit a nuke his last time up.
Took it over the scoreboard in right field. No balls in 1 strike. Pitch to Weisner is low, 1-1.
They're seeing him on the outside corner a little bit more, but did put 2 out to left field in this game, so definitely has the ability to go to the opposite field.
Braves leading 13-8, runners at first and second with 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that couldn't lay off of, and he gets behind in the count at 1-2. Now, Weisner asked if that was a strike. I don't think it was, but might as well ask just in case.
Someone started up with his helmet and broke all the way across the plate. That was nuts.
It's a tough battle for a lefty right now, but we did see De Leon pull one to the right side of the infield just a couple moments ago. Time called at the plate as Aguilar's actually going to call time behind the plate. Wanted to reset the signs, it looked like. One-two pitch to Weisner outside, 2-2.
This is a big game in terms of jerseys as well as the Braves talk to them. They're not going to take these jerseys off till they lose in them and have not lost yet.
Yeah, coming into this one, Ottawa's won 12 straight, their longest winning streak since 1998. For Tabor, they've won 8 straight coming into this one. 2-2 pitch, popped up in the infield, is going back on it. The second baseman, Witkowski.
Not an easy task, though.
And it's going to drop. Braves try and move the runners up. Unfortunately, Spradlin's going to be forced out at second. De Leon moves to third. So 2 down. And I'm not even sure how we will score that one.
I think it's a fielder's choice is what it goes down as.
So we will call that that's going to be an 8-6 put out.
I think it's 6.
Or would it be 4? I thought the center fielder picked it up, but if he did, it would have been.
I think 8-6. You're right.
Yeah. So we'll go 8-6 on the fielder's choice, as it went over the head of Witkowski.
Yeah, always unfortunate on that one. You don't get the single as the hitter.
Brings up Farnham, and he's going to hit this one right to the shortstop, and they're going to go to the force out, which is huge for Tabor, as Bone will lead it off for Ottawa in the 7th. No runs for the Braves on 1 hit. We go to the 7th inning. Braves 13. Tabor 8. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
How do you make the most of your land? Everyone has their way. The Nelsons depend on their John Deere Gator XUV 835R to get
from point A to point B with decoys and the dogs.
As much as we got going on, it's all about efficiency.
And if you ask the Mosers what they use their Gator XUV 590M for, they tell you.
The most fun we have on the Gator is just ripping around the property.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
You know your closet well, but what does it sound like? Yes, your closet. Does it whisper your taste? Does it scream your taste? Stitch Fix gets to know your unique style and fit. Its selection transforms to show you only the looks and trends you'll love. With a shopping experience that evolves alongside your taste, your closet will scream so you without actually screaming. Stitch Fix for women and men. We're so you.
Welcome back. Either team able to put one across in the 6th inning as first clean inning for either, as both teams having a 0 on the scoreboard in the same inning has not happened up until that point. Leading it off will be Tanyan Schaefer as we go 5, 6, and 7 for Tabor, and he takes a breaking ball that's inside for ball 1.
Yeah, interesting that as soon as I show up, the runs start to stop.
So you missed all 21 runs so far. We'll wait 2 minutes, it might change. Breaking ball for a strike for Norrell to the lefty. Schaefer, 3-run homer back in the first, a double in the third. And in the big inning, struck out. And now he's behind in the count at 1-2 on a fastball.
Yeah, amazing how good that slider still looks this late in the game for Norrell at 112 pitches.
1-2 pitch breaking ball. This one's going to be hit to center. Farnham coming in on it, makes the catch. We're out number 1 in center.
That's exactly what Norrell needs, is just more balls in play so you can go a little bit deeper into this game. Last thing you want to do is get into full counts with your pitch count up at 100 plus.
Brings up High Jazz. 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th. And he'll take fastball for a strike from Norrell. Be interested to know, Blake, what the velocity is sitting at right now for Norrell. Still looking somewhere in the low 90s. 0-1 pitch, another fastball for a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, I'm looking over trying to peek on Skillhorn's blue chart to see how hard he's still throwing.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. High Jazz at the plate, and he is going to look at a fastball outside still. He counted 1-2.
Still 90-91 for Norrell. Has not lost a beat in his 112 pitches, 113 pitches.
1-2 pitch, going to be hit right back to Steven. On 2 hops, he'll go to first in time for the out as that one goes 1-3.
Doing it all in this inning.
And as I'm looking at the flag now, it's wind working more to the deeper part of the ballpark. Still those gusts picking up at 35 to 40, but
definitely seems to be a little less right now, but I mean, the gusts have been coming consistently.
Brings up Sanchez, 0 for 2, a couple strikeouts and a walk. He'll take a strike. The curveball from Steven.
I'd love to use that breaking ball on this pitching staff. All the starters throw that gross slider.
0-1 pitch outside, and the count's a 1-1. Sizemore really had to reach out for it.
Looked like Steven had a little bit of trouble on his landing foot. Stumbled a little bit after that pitch.
One pitch, going to be hit hard to left. It's going to be a single, a 2-out single for Sanchez. His first base hit of the game with 2 outs. And Tabor has really done a nice job with 2 outs of making Norrell earn it. First inning, they, with 2 outs, had a 3-run home run, and then actually did it again with 2 outs in the 5th as well, to when they ended up scoring 4 runs or 3 runs there. Apologies, make that the 4th when they scored 4. First pitch fastball to Vasquez outside. We count at 1-0.
I mentioned those video game numbers. This team, a team that can get hot in a hurry. Both teams, really.
Fastball to Vasquez is going to stay foul as he chops it on the line. That's Zaya. Had to make a comment about the win.
Made it in the wrong inning.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike. To Vasquez. 12 home runs for Vasquez. And they will try and throw him out at first. Getting back in time, though, is Sanchez.
Yeah, Steven was jumping off the mound. Really thought he had him on that one.
He thought he had a pick off in the last inning. Fortunately, it did trickle out of the glove of Holland. 1-1 on the way. Oh, he goes with a nasty slider working back to the inner part, maybe a two-seamer that time. We haven't seen that from Steven today.
I think that's the sinker we've been talking about. I've been talking about with him.
That was filthy.
Been trying to develop that a couple this last year.
1-2 pitch goes back to the fastball, and he misses outside. 2-2.
Looked like that was about the same spot, but this one not getting any arm side run, so nothing to suggest to the umpire that it was more of a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. They're going to throw back again. Chasing Sanchez, diving back into first.
Yeah, no stolen bases yet for the Blue Jays, but 63 on the season. Pales in comparison to the Braves, but a team that can steal bases for sure.
2-2 pitch, fouled at the plate by Vasquez. We will do 2-2 again. Game 1 of 2 this afternoon. Game 2 will be a 7-inning game.
Yeah, going to see Tyler Bryant in that one. Excited.
2-2 Vasquez able to just poke the man out there to stay alive on Norell.
Always a battle between Steven and Tyler about who's going to throw the better game. A little bit of like a sibling rivalry between these 3 starting pitchers.
2-2 pitch, right down the middle, strike him out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base for Tabor. We go to the bottom of the 7th, Ottawa 13, Tabor 8. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. The education assistance I received made it possible for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped get me to the first day at my dream job, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job, plus the other benefits possible from the Army National Guard, helped me become a first-time homeowner. Also, part of my role as a National Guard soldier means I know that I can be one of the first to respond and help my community if disaster ever strikes. I'm extremely proud that I get to serve my community, and that first step I took by joining the Army National Guard has made all the difference in my life. Talk to your local recruiter or visit NationalGuard.com to find out what firsts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Braves lead 13-8. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Morales still on the mound for Tabor. And Holland Bone leads it off. Holland is 3 for 4. 2 home runs, including a 2-run home run in the 5th. Bone home run total of 22. Both of those were hit to center field. The last one, an absolute moonshot.
Yeah, and barring what happens around the country, is as of now the NAI leader in home runs.
First pitch to Bone, a breaking ball that catches. Right now, for being a lefty pitcher is nice because that ball is always going to move into these righties with the wind pushing out to left field. So Morales has definitely used that with that curveball. It's ahead of Bone at 0-1. 0-1 from Morales. This one's hit to left field. It's high. That is back to the track. It is gone. Did that clear? That cleared the parking lot and into the street. My goodness, Holland. Outfielders don't even move, and Bone has his 3rd of the game.
That's a career high for Bone, here at Ottawa at least.
And I tell you what, Blake, off the bat, I thought it was a pop-up to left. I lost it. It was so high that you lost it here, and I saw the left fielder Vasquez moving a little bit. I was trying to watch Schaefer, but he didn't move a step.
And I believe that's at least a season high for home runs for the team.
That is home run number 7 for Ottawa this afternoon in game 1. This one's looped to left field by Jeffers. Diving effort in left. Is it caught? It is.
Caught that one.
By Vasquez as he'll dive and make the grab. On the line out by Jeffers.
Little stutter stop out there and left, especially with the wind. Got to be careful. Don't want one to be backspun and you're coming in and it goes right over your head.
Brings up Nicholas Sizemore as Ottawa leads 14-8. The bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Sizemore, breaking ball for a strike.
And it seems like this Braves offense took a little exception to everybody talking about the pitching coming into this series.
Sizemore 2 for 3, had a walk. Take low, and the count evens at 1-1. Sizemore singled back in the 5th. It's left stranded at first. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball again. That one's starting out in the right-handed hitter batting box. Almost worked all the way to the outer part of the plate, but luckily it does stay outside. Force Sizemore to count to 2-1.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know the science on some of these pitches that get blown back into the zone.
2-1 delivery, shot to the right side. This could be extra bases. It's down. Sizemore's going to make a wide turn at first. He's going to stay there, though. Taking a good route in right field was Weems, and it's a single for Sizemore.
Yeah, good job by Weems to cut that one off. Sizemore, some really good speed out of that catcher spot. Definitely can turn singles into doubles.
Brings up Carson Johnson, which has had a tough day. He is 0 for 3. Did score a run as he walked back in the 3rd, but I think just for confidence, would like to see him get a single here in game 1 to kind of knock the jitters off.
Yeah, one of the 2 Braves in this lineup not to join the hit parade so far.
Fastball outside from Morales, and now the Tabor bullpen working. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 delivery outside 2-0.
And it just seems like Morales' misses are a little extenuated. The miss to Bone was right down the middle and is missing off the plate, but like well off the plate right now.
2-0 delivery from Morales, right down the middle for a strike. 2-1.
There's the announcer's curse.
Juan Morales, a senior, facing off against the freshman Carson Johnson. Runner going. It's going to be hit for a base hit to the left side on the hit and run as it goes between short and 3rd. And with 1 out, Braves with runners at 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, Coach Greiner loving to put runners in motion, give his batters a little bit of a better pitch.
That'll bring up Luis De Leon. Luis 2 for 4. Pair of singles, scored 1 run. It is Brad Grant, who is the pinch runner here for Ottawa.
Yeah, that's correct.
That is, yep. As the courtesy runner for Sizemore. Breaking ball, catches the corner to De Leon.
That's the best one I've seen Morales through all day.
Especially the lefties right now. Can start it almost outside the box and bring it back in. Oh, 1 to De Leon, another breaking ball. This one doesn't catch. Very close with the count to 1-1. Fourteen to 8 Braves. Bottom of the 7th inning. Start off the inning with a solo home run for Holland Bone. 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch from Morales right down the middle and does not catch. Must have been high. So just got word from Katie Tooley that our sports information director, Holland Bone, has tied the school record for season home runs.
Yeah, tying Kratzenberg.
Yep, Ryland from last year with 23.
And Ryland was on a tear last year. That was a great year for him.
3 balls and a strike, and De Leon swinging at one a little low, and the count goes full. I think that was one of the things that surprised some of the teams we saw at the regional was how well Ottawa hit the baseball. Loyola talked about how their power numbers were down due to the size of that ballpark. Ottawa had 5 home runs during that regional. 3-2 pitch, and he's going to strike out on a fastball It was inside, and I think strikes 2 and 3 were both balls there.
Yeah, a little bit of an expansion to try to collect another RBI.
Strikeout by De Leon. 2 down in the inning.
Crazy we talk about Bone. Still has a full series and then the tournament. And if the Braves are to win the conference, to be still the opening round.
Breaking ball, going to be hit down the line. That ball's fair. Braves will score 1. The runner digging for third is Johnson, and he's going to be safe at third. Zazaya takes second on an RBI double for Logan Zazaya.
Yeah, talked about how hot he's been. It continues to just crush the baseball, find the gaps in the last couple of weeks for him.
I'm going to call it a double. I thought that ball was hitting the corner pretty good. It would have been tough to get him at second. He elected to throw it to third, and it was a close play at third, so I'm going to give him a double.
They did officially give him a double.
Okay. Zaya up to 3 RBIs this afternoon in game 1. See Zach Spradlin with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Spradlin takes high and outside for ball 1. It's an interesting situation here for Zach. Not often does he get to hit with runners on. He's had a lot of opportunities this year with the bases empty.
It's really been that second leadoff for this Braves team, hitting very high in the average, especially for a guy at the bottom of the lineup.
Score 15-8. Braves lead. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runners at second and third. Spradlin at the plate and trying to sit on a curveball, and he fires it towards the Ottawa dugout.
Looks like we're going to get Jeremy Husband up in the bullpen. Not sure if we'll see him in the next inning, but likely before the game ends.
It's the first time all year I've seen Eric Reese with batting gloves on and hanging onto a bat. Don't think the chances of him coming in to hit are very high, but never got to be ready. 1-1 pitch, shot foul by Spradlin down the right side. Another player that Ottawa is going to need as this series goes on. It could be whichever team gets to 20 in each game wins it. I just don't know with what's ahead with the weather the rest of the weekend.
I mean, you're going to see the best 2 arms in terms of ERA in game number 2, so we'll see how that affects it. Selleck and Steve, both 2 arms that are number 2s for both these teams.
1-2 pitch, shot foul down the first base line.
At least in terms of ERA. I know Steve's going to hear that and yell at me.
Hey, he gets the ball in game 1. That's an ace to me. But I have to be, biased to Steve. We grew up in basically the same hometown. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second, third for Ottawa. Spradlin at the plate, facing off against Morales. It's going to be shot to right field, and it is going to get down. Karum's off the right fielder. 2 runs will score. Digging for second is Spradlin. And it's 17-8 Ottawa on the RBI single by Zach Spradlin.
Well, shoot, we might not even need to see Jeremy Husband.
This is, I think you are correct.
I'm pretty sure we get 10 after 7. But did hear last time I was doing the broadcast that there is no run rule for 7-inning games. But I've definitely seen the contrary. So we had that conversation with the softball games yesterday. We really don't know what the rules really are.
So potentially the game-winning run at second base. First pitch from Morales, low for ball 1. Or the, run rule clinching runner at second. 17-8, the lead for Ottawa, bottom of the 7th. 1 ball and no strikes to Jonah Weisner.
Jonah's had a day himself. Needs to cap it off in a big way.
3 for 3 is Weisner. He takes inside at 2-0. 3 for 3, 3 home runs. Has scored 4 runs. No, you give it a double. Breaking balls for a strike. 2-1. So the official scoring on that play for Spradlin is a double. It was a diving effort
And because it's the
by
double,
Weems.
he gets both the RBIs. I believe if it was an error, I don't think he'd get the second one.
Good call on that one. 2-1 pitch to Wiesner outside, 3-2, and I know he's going to kill me for that one. I've said his name right all day. We talked before the Avila game last week. Apologize, saying it wrong all year. I had to listen to you first to make sure I finally got it right.
I didn't even know if I was saying it right. I had to shake his hand between the games, and I had to ask him, am I saying your name right?
Yeah, 3 balls and 1 strike to Wiesner. Runner at second. Breaking ball is low, ball 4. But you hear the dugout yell "Wheeze" all season. You just assume
that's what scared me.
Yeah, but it's written in the pronunciation guide on the year as Wiesner. So, and I think Morales might have thrown his final pitch. He has on that walk to Jonah Wiesner. As we will see another pitching change here in Ottawa for the Blue Jays. Ottawa leading 17-8 in Game 1. You're listening to Rays Baseball on KOFO.
Ready?
Okay.
I'm going to tell you 2 statements that are true and 1 that is not. See if you can guess which one that is.
Okay.
April 30th is National Honesty Day. KOFO is giving away free gas next week. And I'm often mistaken for George Clooney. Oh, great. You figured it out. In honor of National Honesty Day, we'll be playing To Tell the Truth all next week during the morning show. You tell us which statement isn't true, and you'll win a prize from our sponsor and free gas. To Tell the Truth all next week on KOFO. Okay, you can stop laughing now.
I like storms.
It's okay. Let's talk about how we can stay safe during a storm. The safest place to take shelter from a tornado or a windstorm is in an interior room, on the lowest level of a building, or in a basement or a safe room.
Talk to your child about storm safety today. For more information, visit ksready.gov. A message from the Kansas Division of Emergency Management.
Juan Morales' day is done as he's going to finish 2 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. As he threw 48 pitches, as he gave up just the 1 home run to Bone. So Ottawa's hit 7 in the game. And for Ottawa Arrow fans out there listening today for American Legion Baseball, we're about to see one of your own. Carson Hine comes into the game, the 5'10 freshman from Lebo, who was the number 2 pitcher for Ottawa a year ago for the Arrows, is going to come into the game. So a nice, I guess, I would give Standiford some credit for giving him an opportunity to pitch, in what was his hometown during the summer. Saw a couple of Hines starts last summer. So a righty that throws in the low to mid 80s with the fastball, hides it really well. He's going to face off against Tyler Farnham. So Carson Heim comes in and trying to find those numbers. It's his 4th appearance. He's gone 3 1/3, a 2.70 ERA, just 5 hits, but he will definitely fill up the strike zone. There's no doubt about that. He's got a looping curveball.
It needs to get Farnham here and not let it get to Bone.
The word I was looking for was gesture from Standiford. First pitch strike from Hine.
And last time he saw the mound, he just pitched a 1/3 of an inning against Bethany on the 19th of April.
You have this many pitchers, though, you can do a lot of matchup things. Runners at first and second for Ottawa. 0-1 to Farnham. That's going to be hit softly down the third base line. It goes foul. Larinaga with a nice play on a couple hops.
And likely not wanting Morales to face this Braves lineup another time. So getting his lefty and then immediately pulling him out.
Bone on deck. Farnham at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Braves have scored 4 in this inning. Breaking ball, shot foul.
Yeah, Farnham, one of the bats consistently in this lineup that can shoot balls the other way. Aside from Bone, but has a little less pop in that bat.
No balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Farnham. Oh, 2 from Hine, breaking ball outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second for the Braves. Fastball down the middle. Shot to the right side. As Ottawa going to send the runner home. Here comes Spradlin to the plate.
The wheels.
And the throw is going to be in time, it looks like, to get Spradlin at the plate. Ottawa does score 4 runs. We'll go to the 8th. Ottawa leading 17-8. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Have you ever thought about why listening to the radio is better for you than spending all your time staring at your phone? We are hands-free, so in the car, you can keep your eyes on the road, where they should be. We don't need your personal information, so you don't have to worry about spam from us. And all you have to do is listen, not waste your time scrolling through an endless sea of recipes, memes, and cat videos. Radio, the original social media, and your source for information and entertainment at 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
If you're a propane customer, make sure your propane system is operating safely by having it inspected by a qualified service technician. If you've run out of propane or had an interruption of service, your propane supplier is required to test your propane system to ensure that it is leak-free and safe. Each family member should know what propane smells like and what to do in the event of a gas leak. Call your propane supplier for additional information. This message brought to you by this station and the Kansas Propane Education and Research Council, Greg Knoll, Executive Director.
Braves able to score 4, but unable to close it out on that single from Farnham. So it will be Witkowski, Aguilar, and Weems due up for the Blue Jays in the 8th.
Weems going to get a chance to come up to bat after making that good throw from right field.
Absolute cannon out there, which he was able to. Spradlin, one of the faster players on this Ottawa team.
Yeah, beat him by probably a couple of steps. Ball was hit hard in the right field, though.
Witkowski 1 for 3. He takes a fastball low for ball 1. Witkowski singled in the 4th, came around to score. And a fastball in there from Norrell for strike 1.
Yeah, Steve working quickly. Really just getting this side and rolling through some of these pitches.
1-1 pitch, going to be lifted to left field. It's going to be caught into the wind. It's going to drive the left fielder back to the track, but making the grab on the track is Jeffers for the first out.
Still looked a little sketchy with how routine that he fielded that. Still looked like he was moving around out there in left field.
Brings up Aguilar. Is 0 for 2, but has a couple walks. Fastball misses high for ball 1. Tabor, 8 runs on 11 hits. 8 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Breaking ball from Norrell outside 2-0. Checked the swing. He did not go. Jeremy Husband warming up down the first base line. 2-0 pitch going to be ripped out to left field, and it's going to drop in front of the fence. Turning for 2 is Aguilar. This is going to be a close play at second, but Aguilar, too much speed, has the 1-out double.
Jeffers just fielded that a little bit, not as cleanly as he wanted to off the wall.
Also wonder, didn't get a chance to walk around out there today, Blake, how the grass is. We did get some rain yesterday.
It didn't look great walking in. Looking out there onto the warning track, definitely did not look the best.
Weems back to the plate, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He is 2 for 4. His other one was a fly ball to right that was taken away. It's going to be hit hard to short. Johnson up with it. Plenty of time, makes the throw for out number 2. Brings up Cody Moore. Moore has more plate appearances than anyone else on this team coming into this series. Breaking ball, shot down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Bone just going to pick it up and step on the bag for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Ottawa leading 17-8 over Tabor. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Local radio continues to stand out among all audio platforms. Why? Because local radio broadcasters are one of you. Members of the community who see, care about, and understand what's going on in our hometowns. Local radio supports businesses and schools while also providing breaking news and weather, plus local events coverage and entertainment. Staying connected to our communities is at the heart of what we do. Trusted, accessible, free. Kansas broadcasters remain focused on you.
Food insecurity is a year-round issue for many families. The Ottawa community has set up several blessing boxes around town to receive your donations of food, cold weather accessories, hygiene products, and other much-needed items that will make the lives of our underserved neighbors a little easier. Please consider making regular monthly donations to the boxes or bring items to ECAN and Hope House for distribution. When we all help, we all benefit.
This message brought to you as a public service from your friends at KOFO.
Welcome back. As we were looking at Kelsey Weems' stats on the year, as he has hit safely in every game except for 5 this year.
Cody Moore, rather.
Oh, Cody Moore, sorry. But we were talking about Weems is now up to a 15-game hitting streak. Just the video game type numbers Tabor puts out there offensively is just insane. And credit to Stephen Norrell so far up to this point has had to battle the wind, a tighter strike zone than what might have been used to. And leading it off will be Holland Bone. And was that thunder?
Run. Yeah.
Or is that wind? I'm not sure. Either way, has 3 home runs today.
No, it's just the bat of Holland Bone.
Solo shot, a 2-run shot, and then another solo shot. Most recently in the 7th. First pitch breaking ball from Hine.
And you did mention has tied the school record for home runs in a season. So looking for a little bit of history.
1 ball and no strikes to Holland Bone. Pitch from Hine low, 2-0. Count to Holland.
Exactly where he wants to be in this count.
2-0 pitched in the dirt, 3-0, and I'm thinking that we might see him heading over to first base here soon. He is Bone 4 for 5, trying to count up these RBIs with 5 RBIs.
Was trailing Cody Moore by 5 coming into today by the top of the KCAC.
3-0 pitch. He's going to pop it up out of play as he was swinging on 3-0.
Groans from everybody here in the stands as he barely missed that one, got under that, skied a million miles into the sky.
3 balls and 1 strike to Bone. Searching for his, hard to say, this 4th home run of the game.
Some Josh Hamilton type stuff.
Oh, he's going to get out in front of a fastball from Hine and swing and miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out as we start the bottom of the 8th with Holland Bone facing off against former Ottawa Arrow Carson Hine. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball high for ball 4 as Bone draws the walk. And for Holland, that's walk number 30.
Yeah, a guy that's feared around the entire league. So, not a surprise he gets walked that often.
We're going to see Zach Henry into the game. He will run for Bone.
Oh, one of my favorite players on this team.
The glue guy, the energy guy, 6'2" senior out of Kent, Washington.
Also from around where I'm from.
Yeah, we talked about your Mariners yesterday. I'm sure I'd like to hear you and Rob Gutierrez talk about his love for the Astros and then my sad love for the Rangers. So, which we did come back last night. We got the job done. After being down 5-0, 6-0.
Rob would have more to say than we would.
Connor Jeffers to the plate with a runner at first. And no outs in the bottom of the 8th, and Ottawa leading 17-8 in game 1. Temperatures really dropped out here. First pitch from Hine outside, 1-0.
And never a good sign when there's rain on the forecast. And then the temperature drops about 5 or 10 degrees.
That sunlight to start the game was really nice, but it's cooled down. 1-0 pitch from Hine outside, 2-0.
Zach looking for double-digit stolen bases. Sits with 9 right now.
Here's a fun one, though. We've got Lebo versus Burlingame. Again, as far as towns near Ottawa, this is a great matchup. 3-0 from Hine.
Little backyard rivalry.
Yeah, we got a little. Love those small town Kansas cities. 3 balls in, no strikes to Jeffers. Pitch from Hine down the middle for a strike. 3-1.
Now here's the question that every coach has to go through: is you're up 9, do you steal a base?
Knowing that you have a game 2, any way to avoid having to get into your bullpen right now if you're Gabe Grinder. Henry with a good lead, and then it's going to catch Jeffers, but it must have hit the knob of the bat.
Yeah, Jeffers not making his way to first, so definitely got the knob.
Maybe a little bit of his hand, too. He should have just sold it. I'm trying to tell, are those work gloves he's got on, or are those just...
Oh, those are just bright yellow.
Yeah.
One of the coolest I've seen. They're Puma.
3-2 pitch, and he's going to strike him out. Hine gets his first strikeout. It's of Jeffers. Well, we have Miley Deutsch, who is the graduate assistant for softball, who former player at McPherson, did wear the batting gloves, power hitter. Asked her yesterday in that low-scoring game if she wanted to step in the box and take a rip. Saw her hit a few doubles and home runs against Ottawa during her time. Brings up Nicholas Sizemore, who is 3 for 4. He's reached base 4 times. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. It's 1-0. And Sizemore 3 singles, scored a couple runs. You mentioned Ottawa thinking about, potentially stealing here. Henry's got plenty of speed over there on the bags. Not getting a huge lead on Hine. 1-0 pitch can be fouled back and out of play. Look at Henry's numbers. 9 stolen bases. And Brad Grant together, the courtesy runners on this team, have 13 stolen bases combined. One pitch. They're going to chase Henry back.
Bit of a start-stop, maybe a fake steal to see what was going on from Aguilar behind the plate, but able to get back in time.
2 balls and 1 strike to Nicholas Sizemore. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 delivery from Heim, swinging strike. 2-2.
Braves looking for another hit. I've already collected 20. The last time they've hit 20 or more hits in a game was against Bethany in Game 1 on April 3rd of last year.
That was a wacky series. Some really weird score lines in that one, if I remember right. 2-2 runner going, shot down the right side. That's a base hit, and that's going to go into the right corner. They're going to send Henry home. Throw's going to take a bounce. The throw is going to be in time. It's Henry thrown out at the plate. And Grinder is hot.
Yeah, he's going to go back into that corner of the dugout when you don't speak to him.
So Sizemore gets the double, but Henry is thrown out at the plate. Two down in the bottom of the 8th for Carson Johnson. So what an afternoon so far for Nicholas Sizemore. Grant will go out and pinch run.
Would have liked to have had that RBI, but the Blue Jays having better
Ottawa
ideas.
Second time they've tested Weems out and right, and it has not paid off. First pitch strike from Heim.
Even got into first, and that was a cannon right there too, on the money.
It's a good relay though, also from Moore to throw him out. Oh, 1 pitch, foul back. 0-2 to Johnson as we go freshman via freshman. And we've got a loose ball out of the bullpen.
Looked like that was from the inner mound on the bullpen, the left side. Doesn't see a lot of those bounce away. Normally it's the guys on the right-hand side.
No balls, 2 strikes. Got a lot of Carson right now, chances. We've got Carson in the box and Carson on the mound. Runner at second for the Braves. 0-2 pitch from Hine. Breaking ball outside, 1-2. I mean, not often does a right fielder in that situation even get to a ball before it gets to the fence, but Weems with great speed cuts it off. Good relay to Moore, and they keep this game from ending in run rule.
They're just surviving right now.
1-2 pitch is fouled towards the softball field, and the count stays at 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Hine. Breaking ball again. That's spoiled by Carson Johnson.
And looking at the game notes, looks like they're going to have to update another thing with 3 or more home runs in a game. Last person to do that was Elliot Antonetti, also in that Bethany series, but now 2 Braves today.
Which Antonetti went off in the series against Tabor last year as well, up in Hillsboro. Had multi-home runs, I believe, in that game. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, popped up in the infield. As over to pick it up and make the grab is Sanchez. We go to the 9th inning. Ottawa leading 17-8 over Tabor. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Now at T-Mobile, you can get the incredible iPhone 13 on us on the network with more 5G bars in more places.
This is the year, Amelia. The year I become a famous influencer.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
I just got the new iPhone 13 at T-Mobile. It has the most advanced dual camera ever on an iPhone, so my videos and photos are gonna look amazing. And check it out. I have 5G, even out here.
Whoa.
I'll be able to post tons of content. Us influencers gotta stay fresh, you know?
Nice. So, were you gonna learn to sing or dance or something?
Better. Yodeling. Ooh, let's hike up that hill and do a live stream. Yodeling?
I'm good. Thanks.
Head into T-Mobile today, because when you switch, you can get the new iPhone 13 on us with eligible trade-in on our Max plan. All on T-Mobile's 5G network, with more 5G bars in more places.
Phone via 24 monthly bill credits with qualifying new line plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Welcome back, as Ottawa is going to make the pitching change. Stephen Norrell is finished for the day. Goes 8 innings, 12 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. And an absolute battle with the elements with this high-powered Tabor offense. But overall, all 8 of those runs were given up in the first 4 innings for Stephen. So 4 straight zeros up there for the senior from Keller, Texas.
Yeah, really seemed to find his groove late in the game. And that's why they were riding the hand as much as they were.
It'll be Eric Reese out there for OU.
Creed Jeffers and Jeremy Husband sitting out there maybe for a little extra just in case.
Reese, the 5'8" senior from San Antonio, Texas, transferred from Eastern Oklahoma State. He starts out with a breaking ball. It'll be Ramos, Schaefer, and High Jazz. One-0 pitch, hit hard to right. It's looping down the right field line. Going back on it is Bone. It goes over his head, though. And a leadoff single for the Blue Jays in the 9th.
Yeah, you talk about Bermuda Triangle. Can't get any more than that right there, especially behind the first base bag.
Reese's numbers, 16th appearance. So he is 2-0 on the year. 13 2/3 innings pitched. 12.51, my apologies, K through 9, and then a 6.59 ERA. Canyon Schaefer, who started things off for the Blue Jays in the first inning with a 3-run home run to give them a 3-0 lead. They would lead again at 4-3, and then Ottawa took the lead after that. The score stands at 17-8. First pitch to Schaefer outside for ball 1.
Yeah, the last time we saw Eric Reese was in that Bethany series last weekend. Pitched an inning in the 3rd. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, no runs.
1-0 pitch outside, 2-0 to Schaefer.
I think that was part of that game number 3 where it was a full platoon effort with Hector Sabova not getting a start.
2-0 pitch is chopped foul. It's 2-1. Schaefer, a 3-run home run in the 1st and then double in the 3rd. After that, he struck out and then flew out in the 7th. It's been a long time since we've had a game that's gone 3 hours. Like, we're almost to that point.
We saw one against the Southwestern that took ages when we ruled them, but other than that, yeah.
This one going to be hit to second. Wisner over to his right, going to try and get the force. He does, as they'll get the lead runner on the fielder's choice as he goes to second base on the 4-6.
Yeah, good job by Wisner to just get a body in front of that one and get the leadoff runner.
So they get Ramos at second. It'll be High Jazz to the plate. Reminder, at the conclusion of this one, Game 2 will actually just be on OttawaBraves.com and the KCACNetwork.com as our KOFO coverage will end for today. Breaking ball outside. Sizemore somehow, his mask actually came off, still able to track down that ball.
Yeah, mask flopping around. You know, just trying to find the ball.
This is the final Ottawa Braves regular season broadcast for KOFO. We'll have Ottawa softball on Tuesday as they will play host to Tabor starting at 2 o'clock. 1-0 pitch from Reese outside 2-0. Who faces High Jazz, who is 1 for 4 at a single back in the 5th.
I hate to jinx anything, but Eric Reese has not allowed a run in his last 5 appearances. So it has been lights out for them.
Which he was lights out throughout the entirety of the postseason, both conference and then into the regional.
Yeah, his Loyola opening round was crazy.
Almost as it's chopped. Oh, Ottawa's going to try and get the lead runner. They do. Can they get the double play to end it? No. An absolute laser from Reese off the mound to fire it down to Wisner. So another fielder's choice that goes 1-4. High Jazz with good speed.
Yeah, Reese an absolute lightning rod. Loving the energy off the mound. Bounce to it quickly.
That'll bring up Sanchez. In the top of the 9th and 2 down. First pitch to him, swinging strike, well out in front, 0-1.
That slider's disgusting.
As Ottawa last year had a nice system. You could get them to the 7th inning. You could get to Husband and then into Reese and then finish it with Warfel. 7, 8, 9. We saw Reese get a couple two inning holds as well in that KCAC tournament as that second pitch is low at the count 1-1.
Yeah, that back end of the bullpen was something crazy last year.
1-1 pitch, rides in and popped up in the infield. It's going to be a tough play for Johnson. Goes back on it, makes the grab, and number 13 Ottawa wins game 1, 17-8 over the number 22 ranked Tabor College Blue Jays. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ottawa Braves Baseball on KOFO.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back. Ottawa wins it 17-8 over the Tabor College Blue Jays in Game 1 of the NAI Ball Podcast Series of the Week. As Ottawa trailed 3-0 after the top of the first inning, came out and scored 2 runs. Then in the second, they scored 7. After that, we take a look. 7 in the third, scored 1 in the second, 7 in the third, 3 in the fifth, and 4 in the seventh. 17 runs, 21 hits, no errors for Ottawa. They left 10 on base for the Blue Jays. 7 left on base. They had 8 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left on base as Stephen Norell gets the win. They're going to hand the loss to Selleck Norrell goes 8 innings, 12 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts on 136 pitches. For Selleck, the 2 innings pitch, 9 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up 4 home runs. And offensively today, Blake, I mean, it was a mixture of the long ball, but then also some timely hitting with runners in scoring position, which has kind of been a little bit of a bugaboo for Ottawa over the last couple of weeks. Nice to see him get some big hits with runners on.
Yeah, really like to see them come up in the clutch, and good confidence for them going forward, especially those last 2 or 3 series. Really beginning to get the rig rolling on the offensive side, which is something that has been a little touch and go for them in the first part of the season.
Holland Bone ends the day 4 for 5. Excuse me, make that 4 for 5. He ends up with 5 RBIs, 3 home runs. Jonah Weisner was 3 for 3 with 3 home runs as Ottawa improves to 36-5 on the year, 24-3 in the KCAC. Game 2 will start here in about 30 minutes. Make sure and log on to the KCAC network, just kcacnetwork.com. That live feed will still be there, so we'll just keep it rolling if you want to log on and watch that one or listen in Game 2. Game 3 will be tomorrow starting at noon based off of weather. Our next broadcast on KOFO will be next Tuesday as Ottawa Braves softball plays host to Tabor College. That one starts at 2 p.m. Blake, any final thoughts before we send it back to the station?
Nah, go Braves.
Braves do win it 17-8 and pick up the win in Game 1 as they win it 17-8. For Casey Weeder, Blake Griffin, Jay Kent, who joined us early on, and then also to Larson Johnson back in the station. Thank you for joining us as Ottawa gets Game 1 in the NAIA Ball podcast series of the week. You've been listening to it on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves Baseball on KOFO. Brought to you by Quality Structures, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by